the crazy amount of rain. While we got a minute here, I'll run through the South Central League standings, and then I'll get into Wells stuff. As I was saying, Pueblo West is 9-0 and leading the league. They're 13-5 overall. Pueblo County 7-2. They're 18-3. Pueblo East is 12-9, 4-5 in league. Pueblo South is 12-9 overall, 4-5 in league. Pueblo Central is 3-6 in league, 8-14 overall. Pueblo Centennial is 0-9 in league and 9-13 for the season. Going into the pitching matchup, Vell's stats, I mean, it's kind of incredible. They've played 127.2 innings as a team. He's pitched 42.2 innings, which is crazy. He's got 79 Ks on only 23 walks. He's faced 168 batters. He's obviously been their ace. He's only given up 17 hits on the season and five runs and only 4 earned runs. If that holds true, it could be a long day for East. We'll get into the pitching for Pueblo East right now. Is Casillas, who's going to go on the mound for them. He's a junior, and he is. See if we get his pitching stats here. So Casillas is a junior. He's pitched. Well, he's obviously pitched more innings than he's a senior. Excuse me, he's a senior. He's pitched more innings than Vell. 46.1, 77 Ks, 198 batters faced. He's only given up 15 earned runs, 18 total, 46 hits. So they've been able to hit him more than Vell, but this is obviously a matchup of aces. We'll see what these both can do. They've acknowledged all the seniors along the third baseline. It's a big game for these seniors. Obviously, they want to continue the season, but a lot of these high school players, this is probably it for them. Going down to college it's tough to play college baseball or softball. It's a different environment, and it's harder to get in and just get the opportunity to play. So some of these kids, this might be their last 2 or 3 weeks of playing competitive baseball ever. So at least they're getting acknowledged here. And it's good that they're able to pull this off despite all the rain. So this is the home game for Pueblo County. So Braxton Vell's being honored here. Coming out with Norm Vell, former tennis coach at, I thought that was Norm.
Braxton's favorite memory was getting to pitch in the state playoff game at CSUP.
Yeah, so he got to pitch. Braxton's a big kid, too. He's about 6'3", tall, lefty, lanky. He's a good basketball player, too. And Chelsea was saying earlier, she's on the remote here for us. Everything flies so fast during baseball season. It gets crazy, and then they jam a bunch of games in, and the next thing you know, the season's over. They end up playing more games now than they used to. Back in the day, you'd only play like 16 high school games, and then if you got to state, you'd play a few more if you were able to advance. Now they end up playing like 24 games for everybody. So we'll see. We've recognized Vell, so we've recognized more players. The key for this game, I would imagine, if East can able to get some contact going and maybe frustrate Vell, obviously it's going to be a big game for him because it's senior day. If they can get something going, he's only given up 17 hits on the season, and they're 18-3. And that it's deceiving with Pueblo West being 9-0 in this league because Pueblo West moves up to 5A when they go to state. For years, Pueblo West was one of the most dominant 4A teams in the state, winning state championships because they were right on the fringe of one of the bigger 4A schools. Now when they drop into 5A, they're one of the smallest 5A schools, so they have a tougher time at the state level as opposed to what they used to. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take another quick break. We'll get the lineups, run through the starting lineups, and then get some game action going after they've recognized these seniors.
Proud to support area student athletes. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive in Pueblo. The Benefits Broker team of agents has over 100 years of service in employee benefits and individual health care needs. Steve Shirley, Dave Vecchio, and the entire team prides themselves on the level of knowledge and service they bring to you, the client. Benefits Broker is your 24/7 resource for a variety of essential benefits-related information and with a proven dedication and commitment to excellence. Benefits Broker Insurance Pueblo in the Paycheck Dental Building and online at benefitsbroker.com.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all-natural, all-local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town for quality meats.
The
Pueblo's
Topper
Bounty
Factory and
Yield.
RV Center of Pueblo is a family-owned and operated RV dealership and truck accessory store, serving the southern Colorado area for over 30 years. They also have an array of truck accessories, RV parts and accessories, and a certified RV mechanic to keep you on the RV road. Topper Factory is always prepared to help you with your RV needs, no matter what the season. It's like they always say, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. Topper Factory and RV Center, Highway 50 West Pueblo, and online at topperfactory.com.
Having a healthy smile begins and ends with regular dental checkups. It's the key, and that's exactly what every family can expect from Park West Dental. Parents are always welcome in the treatment areas to comfort their child. We accept Medicaid and most insurances with little or no cost to you. Park West, trusted dental and vision care for infants, children, and teens. Immediate appointments available. Call 544-3054. Online, visit youthdentalvision.com.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
We're back here at Ananusio Field. I'm Tracy Rank, getting ready for some baseball action between the Pueblo County Hornets, the home team. They just acknowledged their seniors against Pueblo East. Pueblo County 18-3 comes into this against the East Eagles, who are 12-9. Pueblo County 7-2 in league, behind leader Pueblo West at 9-0. Pueblo East is 4-5. It's a huge game for seeding, especially for East. I mean, they've got a chance being 12-9 overall, but a win like this would boost their chances to get into the bracket at state. Pueblo County just needs to take care of business as an 18-3 team. As I was saying earlier, the lineup today features, Casillas, the right-hander for East, pitching. He's thrown 47 and a third innings this year, going up against Braxton Vell, the lefty who's headed to Trinidad State. He's thrown 42 and a two-thirds innings. We'll go to the starting lineup. Leading off for the East Eagles is going to be Mike Casillas, the pitcher. Hitting second is Matt Casillas. He's playing first base. Hitting third is Brady Cristelli. He's playing third base. Chris Salas is in the cleanup hole. He's playing in left field. We got Tanner Proud. Chris Salas is number 8. He's playing second base. Number 13, Tanner Proud. He's playing left field. We've got number 10, David McAlpin. He's DH. We've got hitting 7th is number 15, Salido. We've got Jaron Cincineros. We got Brennan Dove and Jeremiah Ortega. For the Pueblo County Hornets, leading it off, it'll be this way. Number 27, Parker Hankins. We got number 7, Roy Higginbotham. We got number 2, Colton Simpson. Number 42, the cleanup hitter, is Braxton Vell, the pitcher. Hitting in the 5 hole is Jonathan Gonzalez. Number 10 is Cohen Glenn, followed by Dax Davis, another senior. He's playing third base. Number 22 is hitting 8. That's Colin Pigletti. We've got number 1, Julian Reyes, is playing in the outfield, and he's hitting the 9 hole. So it'll be an interesting game here. We'll see if the pitching holds true. It should be a low-scoring game, but you never know with high school baseball. We'll see. These kids have probably been anxious. I don't know how much they've been able to practice unless they're going inside to a gym facility to get some cuts and things. The weather's been nonstop rain in Pueblo. It was all day Thursday into yesterday. It off and on rain, and then I think it rained up until like 3 or 4 a.m. this morning. I know at my house on the north side it was. So, I mean, the field, I would guess, and I was watching him take infield earlier when we got here, it looks like to me the field is super slow, meaning that it's watered down because of the so much rain, and the infield is grass here at Ananusio, so it's going to slow things down. We'll see if that and I know that it's a different game. There used to be a lot of bunting and different things in baseball. That's kind of gone by the wayside. But I know if I was coaching, I'd try to have some guys, if I knew they could bunt because the grass is so slow. We've got umpires talking to both the head coaches here, Eads for Pueblo County, and the Pueblo East coach is, I believe that, I'm trying to remember who that Pueblo East coach is. Mark Pintano, that's right. That's what I thought. Oh, good, we got some rosters here. Getting some help here. I'm jogging my memory. I haven't done baseball for, it's been a while since last, maybe June. I think when we started doing this with SoCoTicket.com, I appreciate JJ Valentine and Chelsea, obviously, giving me the opportunity to do this. We've done a lot of football, and the spring's getting kind of crazy. We did a lot of basketball. Pueblo South made it to the 8 and had a run, and then finally were unable to get back to the finals like they did the year before. But baseball got a little crazy, and weather and everything else. It always makes you wonder if you play baseball in the fall in Colorado, if you wouldn't conflict with the football players. Honestly, the weather in Colorado is much better in the fall than it is in the spring. I speak from experience because my daughter played softball and my son played baseball, and it's always rain, it's always wind, it's snow, it never ends in the spring. The weather's crazy. So looks like Vell is going to get ready for his warm-ups. We'll go ahead and take another quick break and get ready for the opening pitch.
Angelus Chapel Funeral Directors has been providing Pueblo and Colorado Springs communities with the same service they have provided their own family for many, many years. To treat every woman as if she were our mother or sister, every man as if he were our father or brother. Angelus Chapel Funeral Directors continues to provide caring and compassionate service with dignity and respect. And remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone that you can trust. Angelus Chapel Funeral Directors, online at angeluspueblo.com.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state-of-the-art, with huge workout areas, top-of-the-line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
Welcome back here. I'm Tracy Rink on SoCoTicket.com. Braxton Vell, the lefty's throwing some warm-up tosses. He's going to pitch to the first batter is Mike Casillas. Casillas comes into this game as one of the top hitters for East. He's played in all 21 games. He's hitting .453. See if he can get something going. So we got a good crowd here, too. The weather's beautiful, honestly, if you like overcast weather, because it's probably in the high 50s, maybe low 60s. Cool environment. First pitches. Wow. Man. I'm not an ump, but that was high. Wow, I haven't done high school baseball in a while, but anyway. First pitch is a strike. Next one's hit into center field. Actually, it died and caught by the second baseman there for Pueblo County for out number 1. The first pitch looked a little up, but the second baseman's who got the grab there, Jonathan Gonzalez for the Pueblo County Hornets for out number 1. So P4, 1 out. It's going to bring up for Pueblo East, 1 down, top of the first inning, Matt Casillas. See if Matt can get something going. Matt Casillas comes into this game. That pitch was up too. It looks like, man, Wells got a different motion. He's coming downhill for sure. See if we can get Matt Casillas some stats here. He's a junior. See if we'll get some stuff on him. He's hitting. Fouls that one away, so looks like we got 1-1 is the count. So Casillas has played in all 21 games. He's hitting .437. He's got 81, that's a ball right there, 81 plate appearances, 16 runs, 31 hits, 22 RBI. So he's had a great season. That pitch is low. He tried to go to a breaking ball, so it's going to make it. Looks like we got full count, 3-2. See if Casillas can get something going for the Eagles and get on first base. That pitch is way up, so Matt Casillas is going to get the walk, so he's going to be the first base runner for East. Brady Cristelli is going to come to the plate. Takes the sign. I had mentioned bunting wouldn't be the worst option here, but a lot of teams don't bunt anymore. Brady Cristelli's hitting .473 in 55 at-bats, 18 runs, 26 hits, 17 RBIs. So they obviously have a loaded lineup up top here. Cristelli takes that pitch for a ball. That pitch was a strike. Looks like Bell's bringing it in pretty good. I'd probably say low 80s if I had to guess. He's not gassing by any stretch, but he's throwing pretty hard. And he's got a weird motion. I shouldn't even say weird. Did he call a balk? Oh, he called timeout. Why'd the ump take a timeout? I thought he was going to call a balk, but he didn't. Anyway, so breaking the action. Bell's got kind of a awkward motion. Not even awkward. He's got a lot of downhill motion coming towards the plate, which makes it harder to pick up the ball. And he looks like he's got a pretty decent move over to first base. Lefties can get away with a lot when they throw over to first base. Bell on that pitch is up. He's had problems right today with pitches up in the zone. He's not getting enough torque coming down through his arm, and he's releasing it high up top. And most of the balls he's thrown have been high. Matt Casillas over there has got a lead off first base. He goes to the pickoff. I'm sure Casillas is going to try to steal here. Looks like they might have a hit and run or something in play. He's got a big lead. But, yeah, Vell's just having problems up in the zone, honestly. So he's going to go to 2-1 here. Or no, it's 3-1. He's only got 17 walks on the season, I believe. Or was it 10? That pitch is in there for a strike. So 3-2 here, full count. This is a big pitch. Got a runner on first base, Matt Casillas. Thanks for joining us here at SoCoTicket.com. 0-0, top of the first, one out. Cristelli's going to hit that one in the hole. The shortstop goes through his legs. That's going to be an E6 on the shortstop there for Pueblo County, Parker Hankins. I don't know if he read it off the bat because it wasn't hit that hard. And as I was saying earlier in the pregame, the grass is super slow. I mean, you could supercharge today and probably not be in trouble because it's so slow. He was playing deep, gets through his legs, so it's going to be an E6. It's going to put runners on first and second base for the Eagles. Matt Casillas, who had a walk, is on first. Casillas and Cristelli is on first base after reaching on an E6. It's going to bring up the number 4 hole hitter for the East Eagles, Chris Salas. Man, he threw a changeup there. I thought that was a strike, but that's why I'm a radio guy and not an ump. See what we got here for Salas. Man, East is just loaded up top in their lineup. Salas is hitting .397, 16 runs, 23 hits, 20 RBIs. So 5 doubles. So the catcher for Pueblo County is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. The catcher is Colton Simpson. Yeah, I don't know. Vell just looks like he's out of rhythm, honestly. He's throwing a lot of pitches high. He walked Casillas on a full count. Then Brady Cristelli reached on an E6. So we got the 4-hole hitter Chris Salas up to plate. Top of the first, 1 out. Salas hitting .397. That was a good pitch by Salas. He fouls it back into the fence here where we're at. Tried to jump on that, just got a late swing. Yeah, if you ever want to get things, and they have pitch counts still in high school, so if you ever want to jump on Braxton Veld, now would be the time. Make him up his pitch count. That way they have to go into the pen in the later innings. Man, it's been all day. It's been up. It's almost like his release. It's like when he's coming off the mound, it's almost like he's off balance. everything has been up. I'd have these guys taking a strike for sure. Like, he's just had trouble finding the plate. He's 3-1 here. That's up too. Man, he just cannot find the zone today. So Tanner Proud is going to come up, the center fielder for the Eagles. Huge opportunity here for East. Bases loaded. See if we can see what Tanner Proud has got here. Proud is hitting 400, 20 hits, and 14 RBIs. Man, up again. He just cannot throw a strike right now. He's just got to find some rhythm. Need to get some help from his infielders. And that pitch was close. It was right on the edge, painting the corner there. Big strike for Vail, though. He's trying to get out of this inning, honestly. Bases are loaded. He walked two, one reached on an air, and he walked another. That's going to go up, and it's going to go out of play. So he's got 2 strikes now on Proud. This is a huge at-bat for East if you can get some runs going. Even if you could just lift something in the air and try to get a sacrifice fly to take a quick 1-0 lead at the least. Proud's going to look in. Vail's getting the sign from Simpson, the catcher. He threw like almost like I don't even know if that was a change. I guess it was a changeup. Didn't have a lot of movement. 2-2's the count. Vail's right back at it, the lefty. Going to throw into Proud. Simpson's sitting way outside, so he's going to try to paint the corner over here. Good pitch. It's going to be lifted in the air to the center fielder. Going to try to score him. Oh no, that was a good idea by the coach from East not to send him, because they would have thrown out Casillas at the plate. He just didn't hit it deep enough. So it's going to be an F to right field. 2 outs. So it's going to bring up for East the DH. It's David McFelton, I believe, is what we just got here. Yeah, he's number 10. McAlpin. See what he's a lefty. Man, East doesn't want to squander this opportunity. Got 6 batters to the plate, 2 walks, a runner reached on an error, and then we got 2 outs. Alpin comes up swinging. He gets jammed and pushes it back out of play for the first strike. I like the aggressiveness. See if we can get what Alpin's been hitting for the year. Strike 2 looking, so now Alpin's in the hole 0-2. He's hitting .373 for the year, 15 RBIs. He's got an open stance. Gets jammed. It's going to be a tough play. Vail's going to go over there, and it's thrown away in an air. So we're going to get at least 2 runs to score. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 runs to score there. So Casillas is going to score. Brady Costelli's going to score. So they were running on 2 outs, and then Saus is going to go to third. And Alpin's going to stay at first, and that's on an E3. He has him at first, I believe, if he makes the throw out in front of him. It would have been a bang-bang play. They probably would have called him out. And the first baseman, so strike there to the 7th hitter in the frame. This is number 15 for East. I don't have him in a lineup on this. Let's see. This Salcedo, I apologize. Now we got a wild pitch. So we're going to score another run. So, man, the wheels have just coming off for East in this, or for Pueblo County in the first inning. Chris Salas runs home. So make it 3-0 Eagles. See, if you had the over and under on 3 in the first inning, you're a better man than me against Vail. Vail's only hardly given up any runs on the year, more or less than the first inning. So 3-0, E3, and then a pass ball, and then we've got Salcedo up. seventh hitter. He takes a ball. So he's going to make it 2-1. And a wild pitch scored Salas. Man, the wheels have just coming off for County today. Still early, so they still got that going for them. It's been a 20-minute first inning. Salcido knifes that one foul to the left side. Man, it's a crazy game already. And honestly, it started with control problems for Vail is honestly where this began. He was having trouble finding the strike zone. He walked the second batter, Matt Casillas, and the error that killed him, honestly, is the Brady Cristelli error, because that was possibly a double play, and it was an E6 through the shortstop's legs, and then another walk as he strikes out Salcido to end the inning. So let me run through this real quick, and then we'll take a break. So in that, 3 runs, no hits, 2 errors. It's going to lead the Eagles up 3-0 after the top of the first. We'll take a short break. You're listening to High School Baseball 2023 on SoCoTicket.com.
For a life of comfort, convenience, and enjoyment, welcome to Azteca Apartments.
We provide luxurious apartments and quality living for seniors 62 years and over, or those with disabilities. Our facility is smoke-free and features beautiful balconies with scenic mountain views and 24/7 maintenance for your safety. Our income-based rent and free utilities make Azteca Apartments an affordable option for any budget. With our healthcare education and physical fitness activities and various entertainment venues, we provide the necessities for a fulfilling life. Due to our high-quality maintenance and energy program, we were recognized as the #1 property in Colorado by the Governor's Energy Office in 2011. Experience a better way to live at Azteca Apartments.
Welcome back here to SoCoTicket.com. I'm Tracy Rink. So a wild first inning, if you're an East Eagle fan, is a great first inning. The Eagles got 3 runs on no hits, 2 Pueblo County errors that led to those runs. I believe the first run, actually I don't know that any of those runs would have been earned because there was the 2 errors in between. So we're going to get ready for bottom of the first, see if the County can get something going. They're going to go up against Mike Casillas. Casillas is the main pitcher, 47.1 innings for Eagles, 46 hits, 18 runs, 15 earned runs, 10 base on balls, 77 strikeouts. I mean, he's been their main ace for sure. See what he can do here, be Mike Casillas. That one's fouled back by Parker, number 27 for the County Hornets, Parker Hankins. It's just a crazy first inning, errors and walks and control problems, a lot of things you wouldn't think for a team that's 18-3. Casillas tries to throw like a slurve, like a slider that broke super early. So it's going to be 1-1 is the count. Hankins digs in here, trying to get something going. Catcher for East tried to drag that over. It was outside. It was a good pitch, but Hankins was able to lay off it. The catcher for East is Jeremiah Ortega. That pitch was a strike. That was right. That was probably middle out. So 2-2's the count. Hankins is trying to get something going for for Pueblo County. Down 3-0. Thanks for joining us here on SoCoTicket.com. Man, that pitch. Whew. I'm surprised he let that one go. Got the coaches from East over there calling the pitches. Casillas winds and deals. Oh, right back at him and catches it. Man. He just didn't hit it quite hard enough. He hit it decent. If he hits it a little harder, it probably would have hit off his glove and he might have gotten to first base, but it hit him right in the center of the glove, bounced up a little, and caught it on the ricochet, honestly. Great catch by Casillas. Great fielding from his pitching position, which isn't necessarily easy. So Pueblo County's going to bring up Ray. It's number 7, Ray Higginbotham. He's a junior, pitcher, first baseman, third, does a lot of things for the Hornets. See what he can get going here. That pitch is right down the middle for a strike. So we got liner to the pitcher, out number 1. The first inning for the Hornets for Vail took like 24 minutes, which is crazy. Swinging away is Higginbotham there. He fouls it out of play. So we got 0-2 here, so Casillas has jumped up on top of him. See if he can get the strikeout here and finish the deal. It's been a crazy first inning. 18-3 are the Hornets. They're going up against the 12-9 Eagles, and Higginbotham swings, missing for strike number 3. Colton Simpson, the catcher, is going to come up to the plate. Colton Simpson had a long first inning dealing with probably some unexpected stuff he didn't expect. He's hitting .418, 76 plate appearances, 23 hits, 19 RBIs, 7 doubles, and 3 triples. That pitch is a strike. So Casillas has found the zone. That's kind of a slider, high. Didn't have enough movement to fool the batter, Simpson. It's been an efficient first inning for Casillas. He got a line out on the first one, struck out Higginbotham. That one's right up the middle. That's good hitting by Simpson right there. Drives the line drive right up the middle to the center field. So it's going to bring up Vell, the lefty, number 42, the pitcher. He's had a frustrating first inning on the mound. Gave up 3 runs. He was hurt by 2 errors. The last error really hurt. It was 1-0. Bases were loaded. There was a dribbler to first base, and they had to play it first to get the out to end the inning, and it was the first baseman for Pueblo County just threw it behind Vail and allowed 2 runs to score to make it 3-0. Thanks for joining us here on SoCoTicket.com. It's bottom of the first inning, South Central League baseball action. Pueblo East 3, Pueblo County 0. Casillas looks over at Simpson. I'd be shocked if Simpson's going to run right now down 3-0 unless they try to get a hit and run in play. Bring up Vail to the plate. The hard swinging lefty, that's a ball. Vail's done a lot of things well this season, hitting, pitching. It's obviously one of the most valuable players on Pueblo County's roster. We got Simpson at first. He got the base hit. He was hitting .418, and Braxton Vell's hitting .414, 23 runs, 24 hits, and 23 RBIs. Coming into this contest, Pueblo County 18-3. Man, that pitch was painting the corner. Got the brush over there. That wasn't in the river, though. It was a good call by the ump. The one thing about Andalusia, you're lower level here, so you can see the plate up close, and that was a good call. Oh, man, he picked him off. Oh, man. Wow. I don't know if the ump knew if he was going to throw back over there. We don't have the vantage point of replay, but that was super close. Simpson dodges a bullet there. He's still on first base. Vail steps out, the lefty. Vail's got to be at least 6'4". Probably legitimate. He's the tallest guy on the team when they were standing for the national anthem. I could see that. See what he's got going here. Kind of an open stance for Vail. Comes inside. He just doesn't get his hips around. Fouls it off back behind the plate. So it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Casillas, is, if anything, has been efficient. Giving up the first batter of the game, Hankins for Pueblo County. Well, he wasn't the first batter of the game. His first batter at the bottom of the first. Hit it right back at him, a line drive. Gets a strikeout. Oh, man, he's got him. Bang. He did get him that time. I don't know what the logic would be in there, because you almost got picked off about 2 seconds earlier, and he gets picked off at first base. He just was leaning, and Casillas had a quick rabbit, almost like a rabbit, jumping around and throwing it back over there, and he just caught him flat-footed, so he gets picked off at first. Make it 3 outs. We'll run through this real quick and then take a break. So for Pueblo County, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 1 complete inning to play, Pueblo East 3, Pueblo County 0. You're listening to SoCoTicket.com.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. I mean, who's gonna stop us?
But, sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
Price is one thing. Taste is another.
And right now, try Little Caesars Pizza topped with Millburger Farms Pueblo chili. Locations in Pueblo and Pueblo West to serve you. Little Caesars Pizza, big on taste, thin on price. Now serving Millburger Farms Pueblo chili, Little Caesars Pizza.
When selecting your insurance coverage, you want to work with an agent that takes the time to understand your needs and cares about meeting those needs. Deborah Marino is that agent at Pueblo Insurance, providing unbeatable service since 2009. She can help you find the protection you deserve at the price you can afford, specializing in home and auto insurance as well as other specialty insurance. They work one-on-one with each client to ensure that you receive the right policy to fit your situation. Pueblo Insurance, 1636 Highway 50 West, your local hometown insurance agent, next to East Coast Pizza. Phone 542-0948.
Thanks for joining us here. I'm Tracy Rink, SoCoTicket.com at Anuncio Field. After one complete inning to play, somewhat of an upset brewing here. Pueblo County is trailing East Eagles 3-0. Braxton Vell, the big lefty's on the hill. The first pitch is strike right down the middle. Vell had trouble in the first inning. He had 2 walks. He was hurt by 2 errors. Made the score 3-0. So we've got the 8th hitter for the Eagles. It's number 0. That's Javen Cisneros. Before I forget, we'd like to thank Spectrum Community Service and Ted Hernandez. They're providing the stream, the scoring summary, the main sponsor there. Can't do this without the sponsors. The top of the order is Javen Cisneros. That's brought to you by the Topper Factor and RV Center. They're on 2010 Highway 50 West, right by the old Domino's. Thank you for sponsoring them. I went over there one time when your dad did a live remote, and I won a gift certificate, so I felt pretty good about it. But they squeezed them in a little when they closed that Domino's. They changed their complex. It's right by my house. It's right down the street. But they do a great job over there. Appreciate them helping out. Got a pitch down the middle here. Going to be fouled off as Cisneros, and the key for Vell in this inning would be, A, get on top of the batters and limit your pitch count, because he had to have thrown 40 pitches in the first inning, maybe 30. 30 pitches in the first inning, and I believe they're on a 75-pitch count, aren't they? Oh, it's 110 now. Tells you how long I've been out of this. Maybe I'm thinking of my son. I used to coach when my son was littler, and I knew they pitch count a lot of guys. So 110, he's got pitches if he wants him to have. That pitch is way inside, nearly hits Cisneros 0. He turns his head away, and it misses him. So we're going to get, looks like it's going to be 2-2 here. I'm just shocked that Vell's just had a heck of a time finding the zone. And honestly, the crazy thing is he hasn't even been close. That's been the weirdest part of all this, is he just hasn't, like sometimes pitchers are missing and they're umps are squeezing him a little bit, and that really hasn't been the case here for Vell, and he comes back with a big strikeout though. So gonna get Javen Cisneros swinging there for out number 1. Maybe that's the out he needs. That's his second strikeout. 1 out. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts so far for Vell. Like I said, he was hurt really by the errors. Honestly, that's what put a dent in what he was doing early. See what we got going here. It's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter for East. That's number 5, the catcher, Jeremiah Ortega. Takes a strike there, so maybe this gets him rolling. Vell, his ERA is .66. He's 7-1 in 10 appearances. This is his 11th appearance, so like I said, he's been dominant to say the least. That's why what's happening here is honestly just bizarre, that he's had these kind of control problems. But, you know, everything happens at different times for high school kids. He'd only given up 5 runs on the season before today with 79 Ks, and he'd only had 23 walks. He's got up to 25, so a strikeout there. So maybe this is, you know, the bottom of the order can't get going for East as Ortega strikes out. Make that 3 strikeouts now for 3 strikeouts for Vell. So maybe this gets him going. Maybe he was amped up. I mean, senior day kind of does some weird stuff to some guys. They're so amped up and they just got too much momentum going, and maybe that was part of it. He was throwing a lot of pitches high in the first inning. That's right down the middle, but that might be I thought it might get in the gap, but the center fielder's going to track it down for Pueblo County. That's Colton Glenn, so it's going to end the inning 3 up, 3 down, and man, if they ever needed an inning like that, that was it. So after as Pueblo County gets ready to bat in the bottom of the second. Pueblo East 3, Pueblo County 0. We'll be right back after these messages on SoCoTicket.com.
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Melissa's here to get to know you and understand your life, so she can make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, 543-7091, or melissa@melissadiangelo.com. It's game time, and what a great time for a Subway sandwich from Joe DeLeo Subway stores in Pueblo. With 4 Pueblo locations, there's one near you. Great before the game, after the game, or anytime. Make it the way you want, hot, cold, big, or epic. And it's always made fresh at Joe DeLeo Subway stores. Sandwiches and salads with health-conscious options. 3216 West Northern near South High School. In Blend, in Walmart on Pueblo's South Side. And the new location, 1271 West Pueblo Boulevard, at the corner of Lake and Pueblo Boulevard. Joe DeLeo Subway stores of Pueblo.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
We're back here on SoCoTicket.com. I'm Tracy Ring. I'm saying Norm. I'm so used to Vel. I used to deal with Norm all the time with state tennis and different things. It's going to be Braxton Vel, the big lefty, coming up to the plate. Number 42. See if he can get something going for East. That pitch was a strike, is a little up. Kind of in no man's land. The shortstop's drifting way back and makes the catch. Good play there. So Javen Cisneros drifts all the way back. It's probably more the center fielder's ball, but give Cisneros credit. He got a great read on it. Was able to track it down. The ball kind of staggered in the air a little bit, but pop out, 1 out. That scoring summary for the last inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's brought to you by Spectrum Community Service and Ted Hernandez. Thanks for that. The top of the order was Vel. He was batting because Colton Simpson got picked off of first base to end the bottom of the first for the Hornets. He pops out. So the top of the order is the Topper Factory and RV Center, 2010 Highway 50. Also like to thank Pueblo Insurance and Deb Marino and the Little Caesars of Pueblo and Dave Feemster. Feemster was probably excited about all the hockey stuff going on. He used to play for the Blackhawks. I saw they got the #1 pick in the draft. Maybe they can get something going. The Blackhawks won a couple titles fairly recently, and then things kind of went awry with their franchise. Hopefully they can get things going again. But thanks to Dave Feemster and Little Caesars Pizza, Park West Dental and Vision also joining us here. That pitch is way outside. So to make it 2-0, and this is bringing up number 4 for the Hornets. Going to be Jonathan Gonzalez. He's a junior. Looking in. Casillas, if anything, has been efficient. I give him credit. Man, that was a nice curveball, and Gonzalez didn't even pick that up. He just fledged at that one. It's a strikeout for Casillas. K's swinging. So 2 outs. East has been rolling through innings. That first inning the top of the first inning took about 25 minutes. It was a crazy inning, but it's high school baseball, so it's going to bring up a lefty for the Hornets. Cohen Glenn. That's the quarterback, I believe, if I'm thinking right, for the football team. Takes a strike there. Number 10, the lefty. He throws righty as a quarterback. I know that. So he's only a sophomore. That is right. He had some decent games last year as a quarterback for the Hornets. They had some different things happen, turnovers and different things, but they got a pretty solid football team hopefully coming back. You never know with open enrollment and different things with high school, but hopefully the Hornets can get things going on the gridiron in 2023 as well. Glenn takes a pitch there. That pitch is way outside. He tries to throw him a changeup. 2 outs. It's the bottom of the second inning. East Eagles 3, Pueblo County 0. That is an upset in the making, so to speak. It's still early. Pueblo County came into this 18-3, 7-2 in league. East is 4-5, and that one hit him. Must have hit his top of his right foot. So hit by pitch is Glenn. Going to take him to first. So we got some signals over here for the East coaching staff. So Glenn is on first base. It's going to bring up number 5 for the Hornets. Dax Davis, the senior third baseman pitcher. Man, that pitch was painting the corner. That was a good pitch. Catcher pulled it back in. Ortega pulled that one back in. Man, if County gets another guy picked off at first, that first base coach would be moving to third base. Getting picked off first is difficult in high school, unless you're just not paying attention. That's going to be popped up, kind of in no man's land. It's going to be foul if it's not caught. The first baseman runs way out there. Lost track of it. Obviously, I don't think he caught it because I don't see any movement from the umps. The first baseman for East sprinted out there. That's Matt Casillas. Just couldn't get it. He was going to have to make a basket catch over his head. Can't get there in time. Ananusio Field's got really long lines on the left and third base line and first base side. A lot of open space. It's a lot closer from home to the backstop than it is on Hobbs Field. It's going under some reconstruction right now. That's why everything's at the Nooch. So big lead over there for Glenn. That pitch is way outside of fire back by the catcher. Safe. That's Ortega, the catcher. Jeremiah Ortega trying to get Glenn leading. So the count is going to be, looks like 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man, that was a nice slider. Ooh, gets him on. Dax Davis swinging on a slider. Going to end the inning. We'll go through this real quick. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 hit by pitch that got Glenn on first base. Bottom of the second, heading into the top of the third for the East Eagles. Pueblo East 3, Pueblo County 0. You're listening to High School Baseball Action 2023 here on SoCoTicket.com.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all natural, all local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town for quality meats. Pueblo's Bounty and Yield.
Proud to support area student athletes. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive in Pueblo. The Benefits Broker team of agents has over 100 years of service in employee benefits and individual health care needs. Steve Shirley, Dave Vecchio, and the entire team prides themselves on the level of knowledge and service they bring to you, the client. Benefits Broker is your 24/7 resource for a variety of essential benefits-related information and with a proven dedication and commitment to excellence. Benefits Broker Insurance Pueblo in the Paycheck Dental Building and online at benefitsbroker.com.
Welcome back to action. As we come into action, Braxton Vale fires a fastball that Casillas, this is Matt Casillas, fouls it off. Matt Casillas is the one that got things going for the Eagles in the top of the first inning. He got a walk, which led to a flurry of unfortunate events. If you're Pueblo County Hornets, end up leading to 2 errors and 3 runs scored. And honestly, Vale was having some control problems. As we bring up the top of the order, that's brought to you by the Topper Factory and RV Center, 2010 Highway 50 West. That one's going to be caught by Glenn over his shoulder. That's a great catch. He made that look a lot easier than it seemed. So P3, 1 out. Maybe Vale can have a quick inning. He had a fairly quick inning last inning. The first inning took like 25 minutes. Now up to bat is the number 3 hole hitter, Brady Cristelli. Cristelli was part of that big first inning. He had a slow, I wouldn't say slow, it was kind of a medium speed roller to short and went through the shortstop's legs, and that ended up moving guys to first to third. The bases end up getting loaded and end up leading to the 3 runs. Cristelli fouls that one out of play, way out of play towards the left side. It's going to be 1-1. Vales seemed to kind of calm down here, throwing strikes. The first inning, he just couldn't find the zone. 1-1's the pitch, no one on. And then as I say that, he throws up again. He's been high all day. And honestly, as a batter, because you're looking at it from behind the plate where we're our vantage point here, you can see that that pitch is high because he's releasing it so high. That pitch is low. So we're going to be 3-1. And he's throwing a lot of pitches. He threw 30 in the first inning alone. And right there, comes back with some gas, 3-2. Cristelli takes that. So we'll see if Cristelli's ready to roll here. Vell is. Fouls that one off. Hit off the plate. It did go into fair territory, but it hit off the foot of Cristelli, so no play. So County needs to stop things in the tracks with Vell, and if it's a 110 pitch limit, which I've been informed of this, and I appreciate that, Vell could, if he can get things going, he could get back and try to finish this game if that's what they choose. Cristelli hits a line drive to center field and is going to drop in front of the center fielder. That's Glenn. The first baseman over there, I apologize, was Higginbotham that made the great catch. That drops in front of Glenn, the center fielder, the lefty. So we got a single to center field. Get a runner on base. We have one out, top of the third. Like to thank Pueblo Insurance, Deb Marino, Little Caesars of Pueblo, Dave Feemster, Park West Dental and Vision, State Farm Insurance, Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. That pitch is going to be a ball, too. Got Angelus Chapel Funeral Directors. Their website is Angelus Pueblo, ANGELUS Pueblo.com. Bay's Meat Market. They're the on-deck sponsor. Speaking of who's on deck for the Eagles, this is Salas up to the plate, and Tanner Proud is on deck. So we'd like to thank our on-deck sponsor, Bay's Meat Market, Benefits Broker Insurance at Club Manor Drive, and Vic Morrow Produce. I need to get out there and get some produce. I need some plums. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get healthier, and I can't find anything in the. Well, I either go to Walmart or Albertsons, and their fruit and produce section isn't the best. Albertsons isn't bad, but I like to do things. And grapes are okay, but like I haven't been out to the. I know they have great stuff out there in the county, and I just haven't been out there. I need to go to Vic's. So, join back in here. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Salas. Salas struck out his first time up, or excuse me, he got a walk too, on a full count or 3-0 count, and he ended up walking. Man, this ump is giving him time super late. And I don't know why the ump's running away. I don't know if he's worried that they're not going to pick up the time and they're going to overthrow. But once he calls time, it's a dead ball anyway. But he's like running for cover. Salas is at the plate. Proud's on deck. That's going to be popped up in the air. I think it's going to go out of play, and it does. So Proud's on deck. Salas had a base and balls the first time up. Tanner Proud flew out to right field. They tried to get a sac fly on that and just didn't score him. And then Alpin is the one that had that crazy, the lefty hit that like slow roller to first. They threw it away. Bases loaded. Salas is going to hit that. It might, it's going to hang up. So Glenn's going to catch that and throw it back in. So F8, 2 outs. It's a big out for Vale, mainly to A, keep run scoring, B, reduce your pitch count. So 2 outs. Make Casillas pop out to the first baseman. Cristelli reached on a single, and Salas flies out to center field. So it's going to bring up Proud. Proud takes a strike there looking. Proud flew out to right field the first time up. Got some more in-game sponsors. Is it Sean Casitas, right? Sean Casadas Insurance Company. He's the 5th inning sponsor. We're not there yet, but we appreciate Sean for coming on board. Joe Leo Subway Stores in Pueblo. I know they have that new one over on Pueblo Boulevard, and they have the one out in County. I've been eating way too much Subway, but I needed to drop some LBs. Is Cristelli still second base? I believe that's still Cristelli. Yeah, it is Cristelli. I didn't hear anything about a courtesy runner, so he gets a stolen base. Good pickup on that. It's hard stealing with the lefty pitcher. So now we got 2 outs and a runner on third. The significance is that as a base hit would score Cristelli, so good management by the Eagles. and Vale's high. So it's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. And he's just had trouble finding the zone today. And mostly everything has been up. And that pitch is fouled away. And honestly, as a base runner, Cristelli got a good steal to second base. You could probably steal third easier if you really got to jump, because as a lefty, to throw back to second, it's a lot more difficult because you're not spinning back into it. As a right-handed pitcher, you can spin back into it easier. As a lefty, it's a little more difficult for second base. Obviously, the lefty has a great advantage picking off at first base. I don't think Cristelli would steal third. That would be a bold move, but that pitch almost hit Proud. Proud needed to take one for the team there. He's too proud. Got to get some runs. I don't even know if he realized how fast that pitch was coming in at him. He ducked. So it's 3-2. And he asking for time again. And he gets the walk. And he should have called time. That ump didn't see it. He's going to walk him. Man. David McAlpin's been part of the story here. He had that slow roller to first that they were trying to get the force out at first to prevent runs from scoring after it was 1-0. And we had an errant throw by the first baseman for Pueblo County, Higginbotham. It was behind. It was just behind Vale. Was he coming over on the the plate of first, and it scored 2 runs. So we had another walk. So we got runners at first and second. Cristelli reached on a single to center field. Got 2 outs in between, or we had 1 out. He singled. We got another out, was a fly ball to center field. Then Proud drives a base on balls from a 2-2 count. Got the open stance with Alpin. Alpin swings through that and misses. It's going to make it 1-1. I'm guessing Vale's probably at like 50 pitches. Man, 69. Jeez, he's not going to finish this game. I said earlier, because I knew he threw a ton of pitches in the first inning, and honestly, East is helping themselves. They fouled a lot of pitches off, so if that's the 70th pitch, he's only got 40 pitches to finish the game. He's going to be lucky if he gets through the 5th, unless he can get some big innings and strikeouts, like 3 up, 3 down. Sometimes that happens. Man, Alpin's almost out of the batter's box there with that open stance. And that pitch looked like a strike, but almost hit him, but he's so far in. He's got an open stance. His right foot, he's a lefty. He's right, well, it's on the line, right on top of the line of the batter's box. Man, if I was Vale, I'd be going to the outside because there's no way he's going to come back in on that. But anyway, jam job. The third baseman, Davis, runs out of room, but it's up against the fence. I don't know if it went, I thought it went over the fence. It just hit up against the fence. He couldn't get there in time. So it's going to remain at 2-2. Got some more sponsors here to get to. Azteca Apartments, comfortable and convenient senior living. And then we've got Union Avenue Sports Gym, 110 South Union Avenue in Pueblo. As for the Azteca Apartments, for more info, go to aztecapartments.com. Got a steal on a hit and run for Cristelli. It's going to be bobbled by the second baseman. It's going to be an error, and Cristelli's going to score. And we're going to get to third base as well as Salas. Man, so that's going to be an error on the second baseman for Pueblo County. That's Jonathan Gonzalez. So E4 is going to score Cristelli from, well, Cristelli, to his credit, was running on the pitch. And it looked like he was running alone because the guy on first, who was was Proud, wasn't running. So Cristelli's going to go all the way from second to home. He's going to score, make it 4-0. And then Proud is going to go all the way from first to third. Now we're going to have a base hit. No, Davis is going to get this. Salcedo's going to be out to end the inning. So another crazy inning for the East Eagles as they get one more run. Let's run through this real quick. The summary is brought to you by Spectrum Community Service and Ted Hernandez. We got 1 run on 1 hit, 1 county error. It's going to be East 4, Pueblo County 0 as we're heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning on South Central League baseball action. Thanks for listening on SoCoTicket.com as we take a quick break.
Hey, good folks, once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I've changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and they can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
When selecting your insurance coverage, you want to work with an agent that takes the time to understand your needs and cares about meeting those needs. Deborah Marino is that agent at Pueblo Insurance, providing unbeatable service since 2009. She can help you find the protection you deserve at the price you can afford, specializing in home and auto insurance as well as other specialty insurance. They work one-on-one with each client to ensure that you receive the right policy to fit your situation. Pueblo Insurance, 1636 Highway 50 West, your local hometown insurance agent, next to East Coast Pizza. Phone 542-0948.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
Welcome back here to SoCoTicket.com. I'm Tracy Rink, bringing you the live action. Thanks to Chelsea Lynn here doing all the video and everything else that I'm not doing, which is very helpful. I appreciate J.J. Valentine for giving me this opportunity. We've got a single right back up the middle as Paghetti jumped on a Casillas fastball and hits it right back up the middle, and that was a dire hit for the Hornets. They're trailing 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. It's going to bring up Julian Reyes for the Hornets. He's number 1, the right fielder. Man, Baghetti's got a huge lead over there. I don't know if he's the first base coach isn't understanding angles over there. Man, they're gonna try to backdoor him. The catcher Ortega firing over there, but he's getting a huge lead. And I don't understand why when you're down 4-0. I mean, the last thing you want to do is get another guy picked off at first. You need to get some action going, some traffic. Man, he's jumped on that. That's gonna go down the line. Frickin' Reyes was ready for that. Jumps on it. Crushes a line drive down the third baseline. So County's in business to do business. 2 back-to-back singles. Got runners at first and second base. It's going to bring up the third hitter of the inning, and this is going to bring us back to the top of the order. The top of the order is brought to you by the Topper Factory and RV Center, 2010 Highway 50. Appreciate them for coming on board and sponsor us. Parker Hankins is going to come to the plate. Hankins in the first, lined out to the pitcher. He's going to fake a bunt, and man, if you're a coach, you just want to pull out all your hair because A, it wasn't a strike, and if you're bunting, why are you jumping for the bunt? Like if you have to jump, let it go. Even if you take a strike and you think it wasn't a strike, if you're jumping towards a bunt, 2 things are going to happen. Either A, you're going to miss it, or B, you're going to pop it up. You needed to go down into the ground and get the bat out front and just catch the bat with the ball. He's going to try to bunt again, but he needs his bat out further. He does get a good bunt there. He hits it to the pitcher, but that's safe. Yeah, he was safe. It was a good play by Casillas. It was his only play, but good running by Paghetti. He took off on the bunt and makes it to third. So now we've got business here for the Hornets. Hankins gets I guess it would be, well, it can't even be a fielder's choice or a single. It'd just be, well, it ended up having to be a fielder's choice because it's not a single, but fielder's choice, I apologize. So bases are loaded now. Paghetti's on first. He got a single to lead off the inning. Reyes got a single down the left field line. He's on second. And now on first base with the fielder's choice is Hankins. Bringing up the second batter of the game, second batter in the order, number 7, Ray Higginbotham. Going to take a ball there. So County's got a chance here to get back in this game in a big way. That pitch is low. Good dig by Ortega. Man, that could have been a nightmare. So we got 1-1 is the count. Bases loaded. County's trying to get back in this game. They're trailing 4-0. That hit him. That hit the back. They're saying it hit the bat, and I think it did. Oh, my gosh. I think that was a foul ball. He's going to ask the ump because I don't think it hit his helmet, because if it hit his helmet, I would think the guy would have noticed. I think it hit the back of his bat. And that's why when you turn away, you're supposed to turn away from the ball. When you turn in like that, your bat hangs over like that. Turn away from it and let it hit you. Or you should just turn straight into it and let it hit him. He ducked and it hit the bat. That should have been a run scoring hit by pitch. Instead, we've got a strike to make it 1-2. So Casillas gets a lucky bounce there for him. Strikes him out. Man, big pitch. Higginbotham goes down swinging for the second time in the game. Higginbotham's 0-2. He's K's there. So we got bases loaded. We're going to have a meeting at the Mines at the Mound. As they do that, we'll run through some of our sponsors. Spectrum Community Service, Ted Hernandez. They're sponsoring the stream and scoring summary. Thanks. Appreciate Ted for coming on board. The Topper Factory and RV Center, 2010 Highway 50 West. They're also the top of the order sponsor. Thank them for that. Pueblo Insurance, Deb Marino. Little Caesars of Pueblo and Dave Feemster. Dave Feemster is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. If you ever get a chance to interact with him, appreciate it, Dave. Park West Dental and Vision. We've got State Farm Insurance, Melissa Ariago D'Angelo. She's our final moment sponsors, too. The way this game's going, we're going to have some big moments. And Angelus Chapel Funeral Directors, as we get ready for the pitch here, it's going to bring up Colton Simpson. Bases loaded, and he throws a slider, nasty slider. Kind of get him on that pitch, swinging 0-1. It's a huge inning for the Hornets if they want to get back in this game. That pitch was up. Good take by Simpson. It was up. He's not the tallest guy in the land, so it definitely was a high pitch. I'd like to thank Bay's Meat Market. And that pitch is way outside. He tried another slider. It just wasn't out of his hand. It looked like a ball. Simpson's on Vail is on deck. Our on-deck sponsor is Bay's Meat Market. That was a great pitch. He's like kind of a slurve. Came back into the zone and caught Simpson off flat-footed. So huge pitch here in the game, 2-2. Pueblo East is gunning for the upset. They're up 4-0. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Bases loaded. We get a time. I don't know. This ump has had problems with batters calling time. At some point, you just don't let him get time, or don't let him call it so late, because he's letting these guys, like, literally at the last second call time. Like, Major League Baseball changed that rule this year that they don't even give guys time unless it's a bizarre thing when they've got a pitch clock in Major League Baseball, too, so that makes things different. Casillas fires to the plate. Oh, man. He's doing some painting on the corners. Doesn't get that call. 3-2, so now we got a big pitch here. 3-2, 1 out. Casillas fires in, and he throws a ball. That pitch was out, so it's going to score a run on the walk. It's going to bring in Paghetti. Paghetti scores. So it's going to make it Pueblo County 1, East 4. Now Braxton Vell's going to come up. He could make this game really interesting for his team and himself as he's still on the mound. He's thrown like 75 pitches through 3 innings, which is insane. So he's coming to the plate. Bases are loaded. And he's going to call that one low. So Paghetti's going to score. So we've had 2 singles in the inning and 1 walk that's led to 1 run. That comes way in on Vail, so it's going to be 2-0. Man, Casillas is living dangerously here. Mike Casillas. I believe he's going to CSU Pueblo is what they were saying. Man, I don't know Vail. That pitch I would have swung out because he's behind in the count. It was 2-0. Going to get a strike there, so it's going to make it 2-1. Bases loaded. Oh, he swings through that. just missed it. Looked like it hit his foot. I don't know if he fouled that off or if he just missed. I'm assuming he fouled it off and hit his back left foot. He's a lefty. This is biggest bat of the game right now. 2-2. East has the lead, 4-1. We're in the the bottom of the third inning. 1 run has scored on a base on balls with the bases loaded. Vale takes the look. Casillas comes in and hits him. He hit him on the foot. So that's going to bring in number 1 for the Hornets, Julian Reyes. So this game got really interesting just in the last 2 batters. Base on balls to Vale. It's going to make the score Pueblo County 2, East 4. So 4-2 East. Pueblo County gets a second run in. That's a wild pitch, but Ortega bounces back. Good thing that County wasn't running on that. So we've got the second run of the inning. That's Reyes scores. Hankins is at third base. He reached on a fielder's choice when Casillas tried to get the force at third. Higginbotham struck out. Simpson came to the plate, walked on a 3-2 count, brought in 1 run, and Vale got hit by a pitch. So County just got back in this game. It's now 4-2. Now up to bat is the number 5-hole hitter. Man, he just didn't see this. This is Jonathan Gonzalez, and the first time up, he went down swinging. He's just not seeing the changeup. If I'm Casillas, I'm living on that changeup if you trust your catcher, because Gonzalez isn't picking it up out of the hand. Casillas with the rock and delivers, and strike 2. Oh, he struck him out. I apologize. We were down on a count. So Gonzalez just isn't picking up the pitches. Strikes out on 0-2, so K. So make it 2 outs. So now this is the 8th batter of the inning. This is Colton Glenn, the quarterback for the football team, the lefty, the center fielder. First time up for him, I believe he popped out. Let's see if we can track this down here. Glenn was hit by a pitch the last time up. He scorches that one foul. Hit here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. It's a game changer. Appreciate you joining us here on SoCoTicket.com. We'll run through a quick sponsor. Benefits Broker Insurance at Club Manor at 20 Club Manor Drive, up there by the pawn shop and the old Burger King. Up on top of the hill there. Vic Morrow Produce next to Pueblo County High School. Sean Casado's insurance company. Got a slow roller. Glenn's going to run to first and it's going to go out. Hey, it almost went back in. But he hit it foul, so it wouldn't have been. Joe DeLeo Subway Stores in Pueblo. Azteca Apartments, comfortable and convenient senior living. Get more info at aztecaapartments.com. And then Reps on Union Avenue, the Sports Gym, 110 South Union Avenue in Pueblo. Appreciate Chelsea Lynn for giving me these in-game sponsors. I knew we were missing something. I showed up and I'm like, I don't have anything. But we can't do this without the sponsors. And I know it's been a crazy spring, and JJ's up at volleyball in Overland. So I appreciate we getting to do some baseball action today. Bases loaded. This is a huge at-bat for the Hornets. Got Glenn up. He's facing an 0-2 count. Hornets trail 4-2, bottom of the third inning. Can Glenn get something going and get County back in the game? A base hit will score 2. Takes a pitch right down Main Street for out number 3. Man, I'm not that guy, but you can't look at that pitch 0-2. So let me run through the quick. So bottom of the third, we had 2 runs and 2 hits, no errors. So after the third, after 3 complete innings, we have Pueblo County trailing the East Eagles. East Eagles have 4, Pueblo County 2. We'll be right back after this on SoCoTicket.com.
The Topper Factory and RV Center of Pueblo is a family-owned and operated RV dealership and truck accessory store, serving the southern Colorado area for over 30 years. They also have an array of truck accessories, RV parts and accessories, and a certified RV mechanic to keep you on the RV road. Topper Factory is always prepared to help you with your RV needs, no matter what the season. It's like they always say, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. Topper Factory and RV Center, Highway 50 West Pueblo, and online at topperfactory.com.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state of the art, with huge workout areas, top of the line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
All right, we're back here. Tracy Rank at NNUCO Field. Pueblo East versus Pueblo County. East is gunning for the upset, leading 4-2. Pueblo County came into this game 18-3, 7-2 in league. Pueblo East was 4-5 in league and 12-9 overall. Big win here for East if they can do it for the seeding for the playoffs. And Vales High again. That's his 75th pitch, I believe. Yeah, so his pitch count's way up. We're only in the top of the 4th inning, and he's honestly just had everything he's thrown has been up that he's had the problems with. That's a jam job. It's gonna be a single, man. And you're living right there if you're the, or I believe that was that Ortega? He caught that? I thought that hit the dirt. Man, well. We got the out, so it's going to bring up number 12. So that was Javen Cincineros. He had a jam job. I thought it hit the dirt and he was going to be safe, but Gonzalez made the catch at second base. So P4, 1 out. And going to bring up number 12 for the Hornets, or excuse me, for the Eagles. That's Rowe. So Rowe's going to come to the plate. See if he can get something going. East has benefited greatly from errors by Pueblo County. Pueblo County has 3 errors that's led to all their runs. It's 4-2. Pueblo County got back into this in the bottom of the 3rd with gave him a break there. It's a 2-2 pitch, and the batter was moving back, but nonetheless, 2-2. Swung through that, K's, so 2 outs. This is the inning that if Vale has any hope of going deeper in the game, he needs a quick inning. So he's got 2 outs. So it's going to bring up the leadoff hitter. Go to the top of the order sponsor, the Topper Factory and RV Center. They're at 2010 Highway 50 West. See if Mike Casillas hasn't been able to do anything today in terms of getting on base. He flew out to center field, and I believe he flew out to left field the last time up, or it might have been the shortstop. Double check that, but hasn't reached base. Everything for the Eagles has happened from like the 2 to 6 spot in the order, 2 to 7 spot. He's gonna pop that up. Higginbotham's got room over there, and he makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down. Talk about an inning that Vale's needed in a long way. That quick summary is brought to you by Spectrum Community Service. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Pueblo County trailing this game to the East Eagles. East 4, Pueblo County 2. You're listening to SoCoTicket.com.
Park West Vision has a huge selection of stylish frames to choose from. Getting a regular vision checkup is the key to a child's healthy eyesight and self-esteem. You're looking good. We accept Medicaid and most insurances with little or no cost to you. Take advantage of the convenience. Park West, trusted dental and vision care for infants, children, and teens. Immediate appointments available. Call 544-3054. Online, visit youthdentalvision.com.
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Melissa's here to get to know you and understand your life, so she can make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, 543-7091, or melissa@melissadangelo.com. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors has been providing Pueblo and Colorado Springs communities with the same service they have provided their own family for many, many years. To treat every woman as if she were our mother or sister, every man as if he were our father or brother. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors continues to provide caring and compassionate service with dignity and respect. And remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone that you can trust. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors. Online at angeluspueblo.com.
Welcome back here. I'm Tracy Rink, SoCoTicket.com. Chelsea Lynn's running the board. Pueblo County's trying to make a comeback here. They were trailing 4-0 at one point. Going to bring up Dax Davis to start up the bottom of the fourth. There, it's 4-2. County got back into it in the last inning with 2 bases-loaded walks by Casillas, the pitcher, Mike Casillas, the pitcher for East. This is his 57th pitch, I believe. He's thrown a lot of sliders, but the thing about Casillas is he's been around the zone all day. Vale's biggest problem has been he's thrown a lot of pitches high and out of the zone. Yeah, he's going to call him for the swing. I think it was a strike anyway. So 1-1 on Dax Davis. See if the senior can get something going. He's playing third base. Casillas from the full. Man, he's got a nasty slider. Swings and misses that. When his slider's on, you can see why he's effective in high school. It looks a lot like his fastball with some late break. 1-2's the count. 2-2's the count. That pitch was out. That was a good waste pitch. Getting the signals from the dugout over there. The catcher's getting the signals, and he's relaying them to Casillas. And he threw another slider, and he fouled that off. As a former catcher, I used to catch all the way through high school at Pueblo Centennial. I used to love to call my own pitches because you'd understand the pitchers well. But if you grew up with the pitchers, and it's a lot different now because of open enrollment, but usually back in the day, you'd play with these kids for a long time, and you'd understand what they do well or not well. Casillas 2-2 pitch. Big pitch here for Davis. Threw him another slider, and he just arm swings through it. Strikeout. Man, Casillas has a nasty slider. I give him credit. So 1 out, big out, strikeout. This is going to bring up the big lefty. This is, I believe this is, what, Paghetti? Colin Paghetti got things going that last inning. He's a tall lefty. Takes a ball, or no, he took a strike there. This pole gets in my way every once in a while. I look, and he swings that. It looked like that bounced. Trying to hit it off the dirt. I don't know if that almost hit his foot. I don't exactly know why he swung. So 0-2 count. Casillas jumps out on top. I would bet everything I own he throws him a slider. I'd be stunned because the slider's his best pitch. We'll see if that's what he throws. Well, he throws him a fastball. It's about 8 feet high. So waste pitch there. The thing in high school is you almost don't have time for waste pitches anymore because they're on a pitch count, which is a good thing because these kids, if you over pitch kids, it just burns out their arms. He throws another, I think that was more of a changeup. Fell back out of play. No fans on Hobbs Field unless you're trying to involve yourself in the action and be part of the game. And oh man, the catcher, Ortega, can't believe it. It might have been low because Paghetti's a pretty tall kid. I don't know if he realized how close that was. So it's going to go to 2-2 as the count. Knifes one down the right field line. It's going to go way foul. Good look at that. If anything, he's making Casillas work on this. It's got kind of overcast. It kind of looked like the sun might come out earlier. I don't think the sun's only made temporary appointments in Pueblo like the last 4 days for no more than an hour, it seems. Man, he goes in. Who was yelling high? I thought the ump called the strike. I'm like, jeez. Man, that's a bold strike. He was in. 3-2's the count. Casillas is going to go from the full. Paghetti takes it, and he's going to hit a grounder to first. A hot shot. It's going to be fielded there by East. It's going to be easy out. That's Matt Casillas. Steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down. So Julian Reyes is the one that got things going that last inning. He scorched a liner to left on a fastball, like a high fastball. He was just sitting dead red and scorched it down the line. Helped the County get the 2 runs they have. Both those runs came across on bases loaded walks by Casillas. Casillas goes from the full again, no one on base. Eagles up 4-2. Ortega's trying to begging for that corner, and he was set up outside. He's not going to get that pitch. He tried to pull it back in. He gets a signal from the coaching staff. He gets the signal. Casillas is rocking here and throws it. Man, he throws that loopy curveball and that slider. He's got and a decent fastball. I don't know if he's going to CSU Pueblo to pitch or he's just an athlete. Pitching would be surprising in college unless he was more of a, I mean, he could get bigger and stronger, but he's definitely got talent to play college. It's just college level D2. Those guys can bring the gas a little bit. Maybe he's a change of pace guy. He's definitely got the talent to play in college. Another slider. Man, he's got a nasty slider. And the thing about that slider, you know, guys, if you grew up around baseball, everybody thinks they have a slider. But when you could throw a nasty slider for a strike, it's really potent. And that's where he's been all day, is around the dish. Throws a fastball right down the middle, strike 3. I don't exactly know what Reyes was thinking, but that was right down the middle. So we're going to go through this real quick. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Pueblo County's trailing. East Eagles have the lead, 4-2 in South Central League Baseball. Action that you're listening to on SoCoTicket.com.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state-of-the-art, with huge workout areas, top-of-the-line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. I mean, who's gonna stop us?
But, sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
Price is one thing. Taste is another.
And right now, try Little Caesars Pizza top of Millburger Farms Pueblo Chili. Locations in Pueblo and Pueblo West to serve you. Little Caesars Pizza, big on taste, thin on price. Now serving Millburger Farms Pueblo Chili, Little Caesars Pizza.
Welcome back to baseball action prep style. Pueblo County versus Pueblo East. Pueblo County 18-3 coming in, but they're trailing the East Eagles 12-9. East has the lead here, top of the 5th, 4-2. That pitch is high by Vale. I believe we're at like 80 pitches for him now. 84 pitches. That pitch is low, bounced in front of the plate. He's just had trouble finding the zone consistently today. We've got Matt Casillas coming up here. Casillas has been part of the wrecking crew that's got Vale in trouble the whole game. Casillas, Cristelli, Salas, Proud, and McAlpin, they're the ones that have been responsible for all their runs. That pitch is up, so he goes 3-0. Not what he wanted to start the inning off at. Oh, man, you got to give him that. I was surprised. It looked like that. It looked like the ump gave up on that pitch because it looked like it was right in there for a strike. It came in late, but it looked like a strike. But Cristelli's going to come to the plate. Cristelli reached in the first inning on an error. He hit it to the shortstop. He reached on a walk in the next time up, and then he stole second base. He ended up scoring with some aggressive base running. He ended up getting the Eagles' 3rd run. Yeah, this ump's allowing late time by these batters, which I know is probably frustrating Vale beyond belief. Casillas has got a big lead over there at first. That looks like it's going to be popped up to the... Goes out of play. Thought the catcher might have a chance, but he doesn't. Catcher for the Hornets is Colton Simpson. The battery mate is Braxton Vale. Braxton Vale comes into this game with a 7-1 record with a 0.66 ERA. He's given up 4 runs, but they're all unearned, I believe, because he had the 3 errors. He's had some walks mixed in there too, but the errors killed him. Casillas has the lead. He's going to go back over to first. He's got a good move to first base. I will give him that. So Cristelli's going to look in. 0-1. Eagles up 4-2. Top of the 5th inning. That pitch is high. I'd like to thank more of our sponsors, Spectrum Community Service, Ted Hernandez. He's got the stream and scoring summary. Topper Factory and RV. They've got the top of the order sponsor. And Pueblo Insurance with Deb Marino. Little Caesars of Pueblo with Dave Feemster. Park West Dental and Vision. Got State Farm Insurance. Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. And Cristelli's swinging it. That pitch is way up. He gets him trying to hack. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs, top of the 5th inning. East 4, Pueblo County 2. We got Bay's Meat Market. And then we've got Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors. Their website is angelspueblo.com. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive. Vale rocks, throws over to first again. He's got that deceptive move. Got Vic Morrow Produce next to Pueblo County High School. I believe Vic's the one I played at. I think he graduated in '89 from County. He's a former catcher. I'm almost sure that's Vic. I remember talking to JJ about it. I need to get out there. That pitch hit him? Wow. Man. It's been a weird day for Vale, to say the least. He's hit a couple guys. He's got like 5 walks, I think, 4 walks. 91 pitches. Yeah, they're your problems right there with the stats I was just giving, and I appreciate that. 51 strikes to 40 balls and 4 walks, and I think at least 1 hit by pitch. 2 hit by pitches. So he's got 6 guys he's giving free passes to. We've got a charging in here. Salas is going to come to the plate. I believe this is Salas, yeah, number 8. So East could make this really interesting if they can get a. The first guy reached on a walk, Casillas. Cristelli's hit by a pitch. Salas gets a base hit here. It can make things interesting. He is turning for the bunt, and it's a high pitch. They backdoored Casillas. They're going to get him in a rundown. Cristelli's running towards second base. Oh, he's out of the baseline. They're going to get Casillas. That makes you want to quit coaching right there. You should never get picked off a second with no outs. Up 4-2. He was just doing too greedy. He had too big a lead. And give Simpson credit, the catcher. Like, he just fired it back to second base. It wasn't even a trick play or anything. He just fired it back to second base and caught him off balance and got him in a rundown. And they didn't even get Cristelli to go to second because Cristelli got caught in between. He probably should have ran to second when they tagged him out, but I think he was more worried about getting picked off and doubled out. It's a big out there for the Hornets. So you figure Vale might finish this inning and possibly start next inning, and he's probably going to be done. I mean, unless he gets some quick outs, because if you're at 92 pitches, so he's got 18 pitches left, he might have this inning and maybe another inning. He's just been, 51 strikes and 40 balls. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, you don't want you need to be more like 70-30 in terms of percentage on strikes and balls, or he's going to be a short game. And I know why they want to leave in Vale. I mean, obviously he's their ace. He's 7-1. He's had like almost nearly 80 strikeouts. He did get 80 by, I think, he's got 4 Ks today? 4 Ks. He just hasn't had any rhythm, which is weird. I mean, this is the first time I've seen him pitch, so I'm not going to compare it to anything. He just hasn't had any rhythm today. Yeah, as they're saying, he's totally different than all years. That's probably because I showed up, the kryptonite of Pueblo County baseball. Yeah, he just looks out of rhythm, honestly. He's got a ton of talent. That's completely obvious. He just looks like he's been out of kilter, off balance a little bit. Cristelli's got a big lead over at first. He does have 1 steal at second base today, and he's going again, and he's going to get there, I think. He is. Throw is low by Simpson. Give Cristelli credit. He had great baseball awareness and got a great jump. It's hard to get a jump on a lefty pitcher, especially with one like Vale who has a good move, but Cristelli burns to second base. Give him his second stolen base of the game. Good running by him. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors, Joe DeLeo Subway Stores in Pueblo, Azteca Apartments for comfortable and convenient senior living. Check them out at aztecapartments.com. And then Reps, Union Avenue Sports Gym, the 110 South Union Avenue in Pueblo. It's been a crazy game. I haven't seen enough high school baseball to compare it to anything. Vale's had a tough game throwing strikes. He's up to nearly 100 pitches. He's getting close. East is taking advantage of 3 critical errors by the by the Hornets. Man, he's going to get another walk. So Salas is going to take the walk. So they picked off, I think they're going to bring in relief here. I don't know. So they picked off a Casillas at second base on a rundown, so it's 1 out. But Cristelli's on second base. He got hit by a pitch, and he stole second base. Then Salas just drew the walk. So we're up to, 95 pitches? 96 pitches. So he only had 14 pitches left. They're going to bring him out. So Vale's going to come out, 96 pitches. He had 4 Ks. Gave up 4 runs. These 2 runs could be earned. Of the 4 runs so far, no are earned because he was hurt by 3 errors. He had 4 walks and 2 hit by pitch. Definitely not the line you expected from Vale. He came in 7-1 with only 10 walks on the year. Going to bring in Dallas Davis, a fellow senior, the righty. Going to move over from third base. Going to take up some warm-up tosses. Honestly, this is a make-or-break inning for East if they can get some runs, get a couple runs, and extend their lead. So it looks like we've got some Glenn at first base he moved to, and who moved to third base? Oh, Higginbotham moved from first to third, and Vell was the center. Okay, so they all stay in the game. They're just moving people around. So big chance here for the East Eagles. Got runners at first and second. Cristelli's on second. He reached on a hit by pitch and stole second base. Salas reached on a walk, and that ended the day for Vell. So Vell's only going to get 4 1/3 innings. Shit, if you'd have told me that before this game started, I'd have never imagined that. Had a tough go of it. They still have a chance to come back here and win, but they got to get out of this mess. Tanner Proud's going to come to the plate. On deck is going to be David McAlpin, the lefty, who's been a part of all this craziness today with some slow rollers and causing some errors. Tanner Proud takes a pitch. That's up. So 1 ball, no strikes. So we got a runner at first and second base. Proud's up to plate, the righty, number 13. Man, they've just given batters time like every pitch. It's crazy. Fakes the bunt. Man, I don't know why you don't bunt. If you're truly wanting to bunt, that's the pitch to bunt. It was just a strike right down the middle. He pulls the bat back. We get it, but it was a strike. So it's going to be 1-1. Proud gets the signal, steps in. Dallas Davis, the righty seniors, just come in relief right now for Braxton Vale. Davis tries the motion that he's going to throw to second base to get Cristelli. He doesn't. Man, got some big beatboxes going on somewhere. It's like shaking in the... That's going to be a base hit. Proud's going to hit it between short and third. Cristelli's going to score here. They tried to get him at home. I don't know why the runner from second didn't go to third, but that's for another day. Cristelli's had great base running today. I give him credit. Like, once he saw them swinging, he was running all the way to score. Gets another run scored for him. So make it 5-2. Pueblo East is putting on the pressure for Pueblo County. So that run is going to be earned for Braxton Vale because those were on walks and a hit by pitch. So he's going to end up having, well, it's 5 runs so far, 1 earned. Been a crazy day for the Hornets. Just not a lot of consistency. Here comes Alpin. He's got the wide open stance. Lefty nubs it to the pitcher. Davis throws it to second. Going to try to turn the double play, and they do. So Davis gets out of the inning. So we had let me run through this. We had 1 run on 1 hit, 1 left on base. So after the top of the 5th inning, Pueblo East 5, Pueblo County 2. That summary is brought to you by Spectrum Community Service and Ted Hernandez. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th inning right after this.
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Melissa's here to get to know you and understand your life, so she can make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, 543-7091, or melissa@melissadangelo.com.
Hey, good folks, once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue. Located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and they can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's. Located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
Welcome back. I'm Tracy Rink here with SoCoTicket.com. Pueblo East is brewing the upset here. They're up 5-2. Slider there. I don't know what he called. Did he call a time? He just called the ball. I don't know what was happening there, but the batter that's come to the plate, I believe that's who do we have here? We got the top of the order. That's what I thought. The top of the order is brought to you by Topper Factory and RV on 2010 West Highway 50. Slow roller up the middle. Got there by the second baseman. Going to get the play. Nice play. Man, going to his right. That was a sweet play. The second baseman there for the Eagles is Chris Salas. Man, that was a good play. So he's going to get 1 out in the inning. Saves Casillas some pitches. So 4-3. County's running out of outs here. They're trailing 5-2. That was a big run last inning that Cristelli scored. Higginbotham comes to the plate and takes a curveball. Man, Casillas throws a lot of sliders and curves that he's just all over the zone. I mean, not all over. He's painting the zone all day. There was a fastball there, fell back into the catcher's glove. Got a conference at the mound here. Probably try to catch their breath. Casillas is what, at 70 pitches, I believe? 80 pitches. So he could finish this thing if things go well for him. He's pitched a great game. He's just been consistent. That sounds like on Fletch. I said it. Hug a cop. Everybody's a hero. I will say this. If you ever want to, like, being an umpire is really, really difficult. And I applaud anybody who wants to be an ump. It's not nearly as enjoyable as it would seem. It's a lot of, you got to have thick skin, and I give these umpires credit. Come out here for high school baseball. It's been a well-umpired game, honestly. I haven't noticed any egregious things. I saw that thing from the SWAC like several days ago when they had that video, and that umpire called that one batter out in that pitch that was like 5 feet outside. And then he got suspended. Swings and flails and misses to Higginbotham. He's had a tough day. It makes him 0 for 3. I believe he's got 3 Ks, too. 0 for 3. He's got the sombrero. You never want to be wearing the sombrero when you're playing high school baseball. But number 2 brings up Colton Simpson, the catcher. County's got to get something going. It's almost like a change up there. It's not. It doesn't look the same. It looks the same as a fastball, but it's not coming in as hot. Strike 1, and then he goes back to the slider. Well, he's stuck with the fastball there. They thought they'd sneak that one by and make it 1-1. Just joining us, Pueblo East has the advantage here. Bottom of the 5th inning, Pueblo East 5, Pueblo County 2. East is trying to get the upset. Sweet slider. Man, Casillas has got that slider just working. I mean, he's just dialing it up, and it's like bracket racing in Dragster. He's just picking a number and telling it where it wants to go. It's like he's controlling it remotely. Throws a fastball there. He tried to get him on some high heat. Simpson lays off of it. This would be good for Casillas if he could get out of the inning. If he gets out of this inning, he'll probably finish the game. He's got 2 more innings to go. Strike 3. Man, Casillas looked great that inning. That's probably the best inning of pitching he's had. Quick summary brought to you by Spectrum Community Service and Ted Hernandez. Thanks for coming on board for us, Ted. We can't do this without you. No runs, no hits, no errors. Pueblo East 5, Pueblo County 2. Heading into the top of the 6th inning, South Central League Baseball action you're listening to live on SoCoTicket.com.
Proud to support area student athletes. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive in Pueblo. The Benefits Broker team of agents has over 100 years of service in employee benefits and individual health care needs. Steve Shirley, Dave Vecchio, and the entire team prides themselves on the level of knowledge and service they bring to you, the client. Benefits Broker is your 24/7 resource for a variety of essential benefits-related information and with a proven dedication and commitment to excellence. Benefits Broker Insurance Pueblo in the Paycheck Dental Building and online at benefitsbroker.com. It's game time, and what a great time for a Subway sandwich from Joe DeLeo Subway stores in Pueblo. With 4 Pueblo locations, there's one near you. Great before the game, after the game, or anytime. Make it the way you want, hot, cold, big, or epic. And it's always made fresh at Joe DeLeo Subway stores. Sandwiches and salads with health-conscious options. 3216 West Northern near South High School. In Blend, in Walmart on Pueblo's South Side. And the new location, 1271 West Pueblo Boulevard. At the corner of Lake and Pueblo Boulevard. Joe DeLeo Subway stores of Pueblo. The Topper Factory and RV Center of Pueblo is a family-owned and operated RV dealership and truck accessory store, serving the southern Colorado area for over 30 years. They also have an array of truck accessories, RV parts and accessories, and a certified RV mechanic to keep you on the RV road. Topper Factory is always prepared to help you with your RV needs, no matter what the season. It's like they always say, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. Topper Factory and RV Center, Highway 50 West Pueblo, and online at topperfactory.com.
Javen Cisneros is gonna step in for the Eagles. The top of the 6th inning. East has the lead 5-2. Dallas Davis came in, Davis, the pitcher for Pueblo County, not Dallas. I apologize. Dax Davis came in relief of Braxton Vell. Vell went 4 1/3 innings, ends up giving up 5 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, 2 hit by pitch, and 4 strikeouts. Oh, so Cisneros was the second batter. Losing my mind here. So the first batter up was a base hit, correct? Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to read through insurance and stuff here. So Davis looks into Cisneros. That's what I thought. Salcido was up. Salcido reaches first on a hit, single. Man, East could put it away here, a couple more runs. 1 run would be huge because then at that point you're protecting yourself for a grand slam to tie it. East has been very aggressive on the bases, too. I give them credit. They've been really reading pitching, reading where balls are going. Brady Cristelli's had a great game running the bases, scored a couple runs. And when you can get stolen bases, and he has 2, it kind of changes the complexion of the game when you're trying to scratch across runs. Salcido's at first base. Davis takes the sign, fires in, got a bunt, and I don't know why you want to bunt that pitch. Just let it go. Like, that was obviously it was outside when you're jumping for it. And if you're going to sell yourself to the bunt, get the bat out and just push it down first baseline. Problem is you get the bat out late, and then you're hoping to get a bunt. See if Cisneros can rebound from that. He fouled it off, so we got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Davis fires a fastball. Good bunt there. It goes to the pitcher, but he's going to sacrifice the runner. That's exactly what you wanted. Wasn't an ideal bunt, but it got the job done, and that's all that matters to the East coaching staff. So it's going to bring up number 7 for the Eagles. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Eagles. Jacob Vondersmith. freshman. I don't think he's hit today, has he? Huh? Yeah, he's coming in as a pinch hitter, so he's going to be hitting for, look at the lineup. Get a pinch hitter here, the freshman. So that would have been Brennan Rowe. Yeah, Rowe was having troubles too, so going to give number 7, the freshman, a chance to see what he can do. Jacob Vondersmith. There's a big run at second base if you can get it across the plate here for the Eagles. That's Salcido, who reached on a single and went to second on a sacrifice. Dax Davis tried to throw a lazy curveball that was high. So Vondersmith comes to the plate, the freshman, the right-handed hitter. Salcido's got a soft lead over there. There's no way he's going to score on a base hit unless he gets a better lead. That's a strike right down Main Street. He called that low? Wow. Man. It looked like a strike nonetheless. So 2 balls and no strikes. So I'd have him taken here for sure. 3-0. And he walks him. You're going to have some problems here if you're Pueblo County. I'd probably have him take this pitch and maybe another unless you have true confidence in him. That pitch is low. Out of those last 3 pitches, I thought one was a strike, but he called it a ball. And then the other 2, so he walks base on balls. A big base on balls. Going to have a conference at the mound now. Coach Eads for Pueblo County. He's going to take him out, it looks like. Going to bring in some. Make a call to the pen, I believe. Thought that's what he just motioned to. I don't know who they're going to bring in. We'll see. So Davis only ends up pitching. Well, they are going to bring in. They got to bring in another lefty. Oh, Glenn. So he's going to bring in Glenn. Glenn's the quarterback on the football team. He started in center field today. Moved over to first. He was switching gloves. That's why I didn't know who they were bringing in. It looked like he's bringing a little bit of gas there. It seems like they've just had trouble following through, both the lefties, he and Vell, finding the zone.
Now pitching for the Hornets, number 10, Cohen Glenn.
So
First base will be number 22, Colin Pagetti. Right field will be number 5, Dax Davis.
So it looks like I have Davis going for 1 1/3. He's going to come out. He was the first relief pitcher. So East is in business to do business. While we got a moment here, I'll read through some of our sponsors. Can't do it without them. Spectrum Community Service, their streaming scoring summary sponsor. Can't thank them enough. Ted Hernandez, Topper Factor and RV at 2010 Highway 50 West. They're the top of the order sponsors, so that always happens several times a game as well. Pueblo Insurance, Deb Marino. Little Caesars of Pueblo, Dave Feemster. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Park West Dental and Vision. State Farm Insurance, Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. She'll have our final moment sponsors. One of the final moments might be in this inning if Pueblo County can't get something going. Angelus Chapel Funeral Directors. Their website is Angelus, Angelus, Gelus, Pueblo.com. Bay's Meat Market. Benefits Broker Insurance. Vic Morrow Produce. Sean Casados Insurance Company. This is the appreciate Sean for coming on board. They were the sponsor for the 5th inning. Joe DeLeo Subway Stores in Pueblo. He's got 4 of them now. Aztec Apartments, comfortable, convenient, senior living. Glenn fakes the motion back to second, doesn't throw. Reps Union Avenue Sports Gym, 110 South Union Avenue in Pueblo. Can't do this without our sponsors. Thanks for Chelsea Lynn for putting this together for me. Thought I was missing stuff. Now I have stuff. Glenn fires. That's way out. County's going to need to get something going here with some outs, or it's going to be they're going to end up getting upset here. There's 1 out in the inning, 2 runners on base. The 1 out was the sacrifice bunt that moved Salcido to second base. Then we had a base on balls to Vondersmith, the freshman. Swinging away there is number 11. That's Mike Casillas. Casillas is one of the best hitters on the team. He's 0 for 3. I have him unofficially. He's flown out 3 times. He swings the bat well. He's hit a couple on the nose. It just got to we're just able to get caught. That pitch is way low. we're getting in some danger zone here for Glenn if he walks the bases loaded. It's 2-1. I'd definitely give Casillas the green light. He's one of your best hitters, a senior. He's headed to CSU Pueblo to play next fall into the spring for the Thunderwolves. Glenn takes a look. Fires in. Apparently that drifted a little bit inside, so 3-1. Big pitch here if you're Casillas. I'd be guessing dead red. I can't imagine he's going to throw anything but a fastball. If I'm Salcido, he needs to get further off the base a little. He's just hugging that bag at second base. Casillas was thinking what I was thinking. He just swung at a high pitch. 3-2. Yeah, I probably should have let that one go. That probably would have been ball 4. This is the biggest pitch of the game if you're County. You don't want to walk the bases loaded here. They're down 5-2 in the top of the 6th. Casillas swinging away. He's going to foul that one out of play to the right. It's going to get over the fence, so no play. Still overcast here at Runyon Field. We're at the Nooch Field, the Hobbs Field, the main field as they call it. It's under some massive construction for some new infield turf. Apparently it won't be done until late summer, early fall. Casillas gets a jam job. He's going to foul that off to the right again. I always love when you pull up to Runyon Field and people park in the front row. Like, gee, there's parking in the front row. Gee, I wonder why. Let's park right by the little field, right in the front. And I'm surprised my window got hit. Like, there's no way I'd park along that front right there on Corsentino. No way. Did you and get hit? I got hit there one time. But well, it was part of my own problem. I was running late. I had 10,000 things going on when I used to work at the Chieftain, and I pulled in, and I'm like, oh, I'll park right here. And I got a foul ball. It's crazy. But, yeah, these fields are all around here. Glenn tried to backdoor at first base. At first base is, that's Vondersmith, the freshman. Well, you can lead off as far as that guy's going to give you. So Vondersmith's got a decent lead. Salcido, I mean, I guess if you're worried about getting doubled off, but Casillas is just going to work here with foul balls. Glenn's not fooling him with anything. If he gets something in his zone, I could see Casillas ripping one here because he's 0 for 3 on the game, but he's one of their best hitters, hitting nearly 450 on the season. This is top of the order brought to you by Topper Factory and RV, 2010 Highway 50 West. Casillas has had a great game pitching. His slider and curveball have been working magnificently today. Pitch comes in, and Casillas is going to foul that off to the right, too. He's just getting in on his hands a little bit. If he'd get his bat out front a little more, he could probably slice that down right field for a base hit. It's just getting on top of him a little bit, and he's pushing it down the first baseline. 3-2's the count. Runner at second is Salcido. Runner at first is Vondersmith, the freshman. He reached on a walk. Salcido reached on a base hit. There's one out. 5-2 East leading, top of the 6th inning. South Central League baseball tick. Because there's going to be a walk, and that was high. So that's the first time Matt Casillas is going to come up, because he also has a great average, and he's been part of some crazy stuff today and walks and different things. This is the part of the order that just ruined the Hornets today between walks and errors, and it hasn't really been hits, it's been errors. There was an error in the shortstop that allowed a run to score in the first inning, and an error in the first baseman that allowed 2 runs to score. Outside of that, there was one more error, too, on a stolen base and ended up getting an error by the second baseman. So they've just been, I mean, it's boiled down to one thing as Casillas swings number 2 and misses for strike 1. It's just been errors. 3 timely errors have killed the Hornets today. It's led to all 5 runs, honestly. And errors can let any team stay close or win a game. That pitch is high. East is 12-9 coming into this, 4-5 in league. A win here would help East immensely in the rankings. They only take a certain number of teams now to the playoffs the way Chasta does it. It's all in power rankings. And the reason I say that, Pueblo County came into this 18-3, 7-2 in league behind league-leading Pueblo West at 9-0. That pitch is way up. But Matt Casillas swings and misses. So 1-2's the count. This is a big pitch here. If Glenn can find something, get out of this inning, or at least give himself a chance. There's no one out. Bases loaded. Glenn takes the sign from Simpson. Rocks and delivers. That pitch was low. So 2-2. If he gets the 3-2, you got problems if you're Pueblo County, especially if someone gets a base hit. Salcido's on third base. Vondersmith, the freshman's on second, and Mike Casillas, who the leadoff hitter, just drew the walk. He's on first. Matt Casillas is at the dish. He's going to lift one to center field. I think that's going to be further enough to score him. Vell's got the pitch. We're going to try to score him here. Salcido's going to score easily. Everybody else is going to advance. They try to get. So they tried to get. What they call him for leaving early? I don't know what they called there. Oh, they're saying the guy at first, which was Mike Casillas, didn't tag up, which I don't understand that, because he didn't run until the ball was already halfway home. They don't get the out at first base, so Salcido ends up scoring, make it 6-2 East. So we'll run through this real quick. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. So as we get ready for the bottom of the 6th, Pueblo East 6, Pueblo County 2. We'll take a brief message break here on SoCoTicket.com.
When selecting your insurance coverage, you want to work with an agent that takes the time to understand your needs and cares about meeting those needs. Deborah Marino is that agent at Pueblo Insurance, providing unbeatable service since 2009. She can help you find the protection you deserve at the price you can afford, specializing in home and auto insurance as well as other specialty insurance. They work one-on-one with each client to ensure that you receive the right policy to fit your situation. Pueblo Insurance, 1636 Highway 50 West, your local hometown insurance agent, next to East Coast Pizza. Phone 542-0948.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all-natural, all-local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town for quality meats. Pueblo's Bounty and Yield.
Welcome back. I'm Tracy Rink here with SoCoTicket.com. Well, the upset is definitely brewing here. Pueblo East 6, Pueblo County 2. Pueblo East came into this game with a 12-9 record. Pueblo County 18-3. Pueblo County was 7-2 in the league in second place behind 9-0 West. East is 4-5. And it's been a great game pitching for Mike Casillas. That last inning, East picks up another big run on a sac fly by Matt Casillas. Vell tried to get him at the plate, and then they called out Mike Casillas for not tagging up to run to second base, so made it the third out of the inning. But nonetheless, they did get 1 run on the 1 hit to make it 6-2. 1-1 is the count. Braxton Vell, the pitcher who started the game, he calls timeout. They give it to him. Braxton Vell, he didn't have the game he wanted. He threw 96 pitches. He had 4 Ks. He gave up 5 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, 2 hit by pitches for 4 1/3 innings. As I said, they brought in Dax Davis. He didn't pitch too bad. He was okay. He gave up 1 more run, and that was accredited to Vell because when he came in, he had runners on first and second. And then they brought in Glenn, and Glenn just gave up a run. So 6-2 is the count. That pitch is in. It looked like it might be a strike. They call it a ball. So we got 3 balls, 1 strike. Vell needs to get something going if the Hornets have a chance here. They're running out of outs. They've got 6 outs left in regulation, so to speak. Casillas comes to the plate. That's right down the middle, but it's low. So Vell's going to get a big walk to lead off the inning. So Jonathan Gonzalez comes to the plate. He's had a tough game. I believe he's got 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts. He's waving at pitches. He's had massive trouble with that slider of Casillas. Vell's got a big lead over there. If I was Casillas, I'd just concentrate on the batter because that run's not going to hurt you right now. It's that slider. Man, he calls that a ball. That looked like a strike, but that's the pitch he's been getting all day. Catcher was set up a little outside, so give the umpire the benefit of the doubt there. The catcher is number 2, Jeremiah Ortega. or excuse me, number 5, Jeremiah Ortega. Trying to get a signal here. Ortega gets the signals from the dugout over here. And he's reading them to Casillas. I'm surprised they don't let Ortega call his own pitches, but that's not for me to say, I guess. Soft throw over to first base. Vell's easily back. 5-2 or 6-2's the score. The upset in the brewing here. We had some post-game stuff planned afterwards. I don't know if I don't know how well that's going to work. We'll see if see what transpires. Another soft throw over to first base. If I'm Casillas, I just don't worry about that guy. You're up 6-2. I mean, I get it if you're up 1 or 2 runs, but that run's not going to hurt you at all. Just get the out here or get a double play. Man, this ump all of a sudden's just laid off that slider by Casillas. He's been giving it to him all day. 2 balls, no strikes. I thought one of those 2 sliders was a strike, but yeah, he had to give him that. He rolled that down the pipe, right down the middle. See if Pueblo County can get something going here. They're dire need of some base hits. We had Braxton Vell, the cleanup hitter, get a walk. Jonathan Gonzalez has 2 strikeouts today. That pitch is high, or it's out, I guess. You don't want to walk this guy. You start getting into problems. I think we're only up to, 80 pitches for? 97. Or 97. I lost count when we're bringing in relief guys. 97 pitches. So Casillas arguably might not be able to finish the game here, especially if he walks this guy because you're adding at least a few more pitches. So it's a huge, huge at-bat for County. Man, he just can't buy a break. That looked like a strike. I think they might bring in relief. I'm not sure if that pitch was low or if he called it a ball. It looked like it was right down the middle. While they take a break, we can go ahead and take a quick break as well as East 6, Pueblo County 2. You're listening to High School Baseball Action 2023 on SoCoTicket.com.
Angeles Chapel Funeral Directors has been providing Pueblo and Colorado Springs communities with the same service they have provided their own family for many, many years. To treat every woman as if she were our mother or sister, every man as if he were our father or brother. Angeles Chapel Funeral Directors continues to provide caring and compassionate service with dignity and respect. And remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone that you can trust. Angeles Chapel Funeral Directors. Online at angelespueblo.com.
So Glenn's coming up to the dish, the lefty for Pueblo County. See if he can continue this rally. We've had back-to-back walks. Cohen Glenn, number 10, steps to the dish. County's down 6-2. He's going to bunt. He bunts back to the pitcher. He's going to go to first and get the out. Smart play by Casillas. Good bunt by Glenn. He did what he needed to. So we've got runners at third base is Vell, who drew a walk, a leadoff walk. We've got Gonzalez to second base, and we've got Glenn, who just sacrificed sack bunt. It's a good play, though. If you're going to score runs, you got to get runners over. So, going to smack one to second base. Low throw, wild. Oh my gosh! Now we got problems here. So we got 2 runs just scored. Man, what a crazy scenario here. So Dax Davis hits one to second base. The second baseman for Pueblo East is Chris Salas. Salas scooped up the grounder, and then he just makes a wild throw to first. Scores 2 runs. Man. E4, 2 runs scored. So now all of a sudden things just got really interesting. Now it's 6-4. East is holding on to the lead, and Casillas is running out of pitches. I believe he's got to be at like 102, 100. So he's got 10 pitches left. Going to bring up Paghetti right here. Lefty. He's going to lace a single to center field. That's going to score Davis. He's scoring. They're going to get the runner in a rundown, Paghetti. He's running at him. They're going to end up getting him. Yeah, they get him in a rundown, but he did get the base hit. Man, Paghetti just lines one to center field, so Davis ends up scoring. So just when County was out, they're back in. Make it East 6. Pueblo County 5. RBI single for Spaghetti. Brings up Julian Reyes, the sixth batter of the inning. And all the trouble started with those back-to-back walks to start the inning, and then Davis and that big air. There's a curveball there that slides in for a strike. The big air was by Salas at second base. He throws it away and allows 2 runs to score. I mean, even if you don't get the guy at first, you just can't have a wild throw because there's so much space behind first base at Andalucio Field here in the Runyon Field complex. Bad throw by the catcher. Going to be rounded up by the East infielders. Man, just when you thought County was out, they're back in. I'd like to thank a couple of sponsors here. Spectrum Community Service, Ted Hernandez, Topper Factory and RV. That pitch is in for a strike. He's throwing all curveballs now. Pueblo Insurance, Deb Marino, Little Caesars of Pueblo, Dave Speemster, Park West Dental and Vision. Casillas rocks and fires, throws another curveball. State Farm Insurance, Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. She's got her Final Moment sponsor. She might be the biggest sponsor of the game, the way this thing's going. Angeles Chapel Funeral Directors. They're at angelspueblo.com. Bay's Meat Market. They're the on-deck sponsor. Another base hit. Could get up the middle. It's slow roll. It's picked up there by the shortstop. Thrown to first. He's out. He thought he was safe, but yeah, if you think you're safe on that, you haven't played baseball long enough because the call never goes to the runner, ever, unless it's some crazy, crazy play. Nonetheless, the inning's going to come to an end. I'm going to read through this real quick. County gets 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error. Make the score East 6, Pueblo County 5 as we head into the top of the 7th inning for the 7th inning stretch. Come back for the action here on SoCoTicket.com.
For a life of comfort, convenience, and enjoyment, welcome to Azteca Apartments.
We provide luxurious apartments and quality living for seniors 62 years and over, or those with disabilities. Our facility is smoke-free and features beautiful balconies with scenic mountain views and 24/7 maintenance for your safety. Our income-based rent and free utilities make Azteca Apartments an affordable option for any budget. With our healthcare education and physical fitness activities and various entertainment venues, we provide the necessities for a fulfilling life. Due to our high-quality maintenance and energy program, we were recognized as the #1 property in Colorado by the Governor's Energy Office in 2011. Experience a better way to live at Azteca Apartments.
So I'm back here. Tracy Rink at SoCoTicket.com. I apologize. In the top of the 6th inning, I thought the run had scored Salcido. When he tagged up and scored, I thought they were calling Mike Casillas out for not tagging up when he went to second on the play. They called Salcido for not tagging up. So, long story short, they took away the run because I didn't even see any argument. That's why I thought it was just the guy running to second base. So there was no runs in the top of the 6th for East. Made it 5-2. So County tied this game. It's now 5-5. Cristelli's going to rip a single to right field. Cristelli's had a great game. Singles to right. So they're going to try to get the lead back. And so that error by the second baseman, Salas, proves to be crucial to allow County to get 2 runs, 2 of the 3 runs they got in the inning. So now it's 5-5, just when the upset was brewing. And I apologize to our listeners. I thought for sure they called Casillas out for not tagging up at first because it didn't look like to me that there was any indication at all that the guy at third base didn't tag up. He was standing on the bag when Vale caught it, and the play wasn't even close at the plate. That's why it seemed odd. But nonetheless, we corrected thanks to live streaming. 5-5. This game just got really interesting. Top of the 7th now. Now we're in a dogfight. Cristelli's at first base. He reached on a single. Cristelli does have 2 stolen bases, so Glenn is going to have to worry about him. Glenn's the 3rd pitcher for the Eagles. So the batter here is, I apologize, is Chris Salas. Salas would love to redeem himself here with a base hit. Cristelli's got a big lead over at first. Glenn paints the corner. Well, the interesting thing is, too, it's tied, and I think Mike Casillas only has about 10 pitches left. So that'll be interesting. They're going to go over to first on the pickoff. I get him looking at Cristelli because Cristelli's been active on the bases all day. Cristelli looks over. I don't know if you steal him yet because it's tied now. It's a little different ball game. I can't believe they called that no tag up. That's bizarre. I'm surprised that they weren't arguing more. Good bunt, but he gets the bat out too late. A good idea. And he did what he wanted with the bat. He just got it out when he caught the ball with the bat. It was at the plate. He needed to hit it out front of the batter's box. You need to get Cristelli to second base so a base hit could score him. So the count is now 1-2, and now it's 5-5. What a crazy game. County's been out of this game the entire game, and then they come up with 3 big runs last inning. Braxton Vale, the starting pitcher, who ended up getting relief for, he drew a walk. Jonathan Gonzalez drew a walk, and Casillas hadn't had walk problems all game. And then Davis reached on that huge E4 that scored 2 runs. And then Davis ended up scoring on a single to center field by Becchetti. So all of a sudden, things changed in a hurry. Glenn looks over at Cristelli. Cristelli doesn't go. Salas lunges to save himself from a strikeout and fouls it back to the cage here. Man, what a bizarre game. I thought for sure they were going to call. I just didn't pick up that read on that no tag. I thought, because everybody was like, Casillas is out. I was like, okay, he didn't tag up at first, which didn't make sense. But they seem to call that a lot now in high school baseball, no tag up, which is bizarre, especially when the coach is standing there. But nonetheless, that pitch drifts inside. So Salas is going to run the count to 2-2. Big at bat for the Eagles. Cristelli's on first base. Needs to find a way to get around to the dish if he wants to give East a lead. The East has been in control of this game throughout. They were up 3-0 in the first inning, upped it to 4-0. Get another foul ball. Salas is making Glenn work. The left-handed pitcher also plays quarterback for the Hornets. Man, what a bizarre game. Just when you think you have high school baseball figured out, something crazy happens. East comes into this game 12-9, 4-5, County 8-3. They had Cristelli leaning. Man, they almost had him there. They had him leaning, but Cristelli looked over and dove back. He was going on that pitch. I guarantee you he was going. I don't know if he goes now. I don't know. Let's see what. This is kind of a cat and mouse game that Glenn and Cristelli are playing. Man, Salas dodged one there. It looked like it might have been a strike, a little low, a little out, I guess. Looked like it was inside the circle or inside the dish, but he calls it a ball. 3-2's the count. Game is tied 5-5. Man, lefties can get away with so much near box. Read some more insurance stuff. We'd have benefits brokers at 20 Club Manor Drive, Vic Morrow Produce. It's also got Sam Casado's Insurance Company, Joe DeLeo Subway Stores in Pueblo, and Azteca Apartments at aztecaapartments.com. He throws over again. And there's obviously reason for worry with Cristelli because he's stolen 2 bases and he scored 2 runs. So if he can get to second base, if you get a base hit, he's probably going to score. We also got reps at Union Avenue Sports Gym, 110 South Union Avenue in Pueblo. Thanks for our sponsors. Can't do this without him. Glenn comes in right down the center, and Salas fouls it off. That's the pitch Salas wanted to jump on. Just misses it, fouls it back. So if you joined us late, you haven't missed anything because it's 5-5. If you're a County fan, you can't believe it. Vale could get away from, well, now Vale's not going to get the loss because when he left, it was 5-2, I believe. So he's not going to get the loss. That's a ball. He walked him. They might have picked him off of first, too. That's what's even worse. So draws the walk. Tanner Proud comes to the plate. Number 13, the right-handed swinger. Yeah, base hit here changes the game. Let's see what can get going. Now East has got traffic on the bases. Cristelli's leading off second base. Salas at first. Salas just drew the walk. Cristelli had a leadoff single. Yeah, Glenn's just so consumed with Cristelli, and I get it, but at some point you got to get strikes. You got to try to get out of this inning. Looks like they might bring in relief. Coach Eads is going to come to the mound. Well, as he comes to the mound, we'll go ahead and take a short break. You're listening to High School Baseball 2023. Pueblo East 5, Pueblo County 5, top of the 7th inning. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, good folks, once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue. Located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and they can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's. Located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
Welcome back to live game action. We're in a nail-biter now, 5-5. Pueblo County and Pueblo East are tied. South Central League baseball action. Towner Proud's at the dish. Glenn is pitching. Cristelli's on second base. Salas is first base. Calls a strike there to make it 0-1. Thought he had a ball on him. I guess he hadn't thrown to him yet. So Glenn's got to find it here. Colton Glenn, the left-handed relief pitcher. He's the third pitcher of the day for the Hornets. Going to get his sign from Simpson, the catcher. Proud steps in. The right-handed swinging Stroud. Brady Cristelli's at second base. Chris Salas is at first. Cristelli's going to try to steal third, and he's out. No, he's in. Damn, he got a great jump. I give Cristelli credit. Like, he understands baseball, and he understands what he needs to do a walking lead. He got that number one because he had a great walking lead and took off. And I told myself earlier, because I'm the only one doing this podcast, but I said it's easier to steal third off a left-handed pitcher because he can't see behind himself. Like a right-handed pitcher, the peripheral vision's a little easier for him to see. And that's what I was thinking, that Cristelli might steal third. And the bigger thing is Salas went too, so it was actually a double steal. So Cristelli gets his third stolen base of the game, and Salas moves to second base. So this is the biggest batter of the game, and Proud takes one right down the pipe. So now this is a big 1-2. Proud needs to lift something. Man, if you had some craziness in you, if you're East coaching staff, you drive and drop a bunt down first baseline, and Cristelli walks home. Depends how much you trust Proud. The only complaint I've had about the umps is every batter he's given they get time to. Like, and maybe it's because I watched a little bit of Major Leagues. They don't let guys get time for anything now. Here's the pitch. Fouls it. That was up. Had a good read on it. So if you just joined us, you've joined us at a good time. It's 5-5. East and Pueblo County. Pueblo County 18-3, 7-2 in league. East 12-9, 4-5. This is a huge game for East if they're trying to get into the playoff race. East was up 4-0 at one point. It became 4-2, then 5-2. I inadvertently said it was 6-2. That run was taken off the board when they set a tag up on third base in the top of the sixth. Was voided, because the tag, he left too early. Another timeout. Man, this ump needs to go to Major League Baseball class. You just can't give these guys this many timeouts. It kills the rhythm of the game. Granted, we're not on TV, but nonetheless. Tanner Proud steps to the dish, looks at the ump, fouls one late. Look, Alpin's on deck. On Deck is brought to you by the On Deck sponsor, Bay's Meat Market, over there on the south side by Big Bear Liquor. Every time he walks up, he's calling time. I don't know why. Just step in. I don't get what's going on here, but Proud has a chance to be a hero, make himself more proud. The catcher's set up way outside. And he knifes one in between the hole. It's going to score Cristelli. It's going to make the game 6-5, and it gets through the right fielder's leg. We're going to score 2 runs here. Wow, who'd they move into right field there? I think that right fielder is number Julian Reyes. I believe that's who's out there. I think that is Julian Reyes. I'm not 100% positive. We'll get a check on that with the scorekeeper. So Julian Reyes goes through his legs. It was going to score 1 run regardless. And Salas scores from second on an E by the right fielder to make it 7-5. Proud RBI single, so he has a reason to be proud. He knifes one between first and second. It would have scored 1 for sure. The second one wouldn't have scored. So now it's 7-5. McAlpin's the batter, the lefty. David McAlpin. He nubs one to the pitcher. It's going to be trouble, and that's going to be infield hit. I'm trying to understand why County's playing so deep. That second baseman was like hovering into right field. Like you weren't going to get a double play because there was a runner on second base. So he just nubs it in no man's land. So McAlpin gets an infield single. So he's going to go to first base. And the third base is going to be Tanner Proud. So Salcido's going to lift one in the air. That's a base hit. Should make it 8-5. And so Salcido gets an RBI single. Why'd they let the, oh, what'd they call? They call him out at third? Oh, they did call him out. So they called McAlpin out at third, trying to advance to third base. So there's 2 outs in the inning. Or 1 out in the inning. I apologize. 1 out. Salcido's got an RBI single, so make it 8-5. I do have my numbers right now. They took away the single from Salcido. So 8-5 East. Wow. Just when County got back into it, the wheels came off again, and it's another error. That 4th error on the right fielder, not total, but 4th error in the game for the Hornets. Of the 8 runs, I believe 7 are unearned. Tries the bunt right in front of the plate, picked up by Simpson. Simpson's going to get the out at second base. That was a great play by Simpson. Salcido got a bad jump, but he did have the RBI single, so make it 2 outs. Out at second base on bunt. And that bunt was by... So Vondersmith comes up. That was Cisneros on the bunt. So he reaches on a fielder's choice. And then this is the freshman Vondersmith, came in as a pinch hitter last inning. He's going to push one to right, and that's a base hit. Man, they've just been living all day at right field. Cisneros is going to leg it all the way around to third base. Man, East has just got it pouring on here. Man, so now it's 8-5. Pueblo East has the lead. Top of the 7th inning. They've scored 3 runs in the inning, all on base hit singles. Proud had a base hit single to make it 6-5. Then Salcido had a base hit single to make it, or excuse me, Proud had a single. Oh, Proud had the single, and then there was the error by the right fielder that made the run score. So his single became an error, 7-5. Salcido had the single to right field, made it 8-5. Then they intentionally walked. Who'd they intentionally walk here? Mike Casillas, they intentionally walk to bring up Matt Casillas. That top of the order was Mike Casillas. It's brought to you by the Topper Factor and RV Center, 2010 Highway 50 West. And then so this is the 8th batter in the inning. The wheels have just come off for Pueblo County again. It's just errors and some hits. This is more hits than errors, but Glenn gets a curveball. He slides in one for no balls, 1 strike. Glenn's going from the full. Bases are loaded. 2 outs here. Glenn's trying to get out of this. Throws another pitch. Man, that was close, but 1-1. Base hit here, and that's the death knell. It's 8-5. Pueblo County scrounged their way back and clawed to get it within 5-5. And then the wheels came off again here in the top of the 7th. Casillas fouls that one back, so it's going to be one ball, 2 strikes. Huge at bat here for the Eagles. Base hit here changes the game completely. County, at the very least, has got to get out of this right now to have a shot in the next inning. The bottom of the 7th inning would be. Thanks for joining us here at SoCoTicket.com. Thanks for Chelsea Land doing all the board work, something I don't do. The in-game sponsors. It's been a crazy game. I would have never thought 8-5 with the 2 pitchers they brought out today. Braxton Bell and Mike Casillas. Throws him a curveball, hangs in there and fouls it off. Yeah, it's definitely been a crazy game. East, a game like this, if you're East, you look back at a game like this, and this might get you in the playoffs because County came in 18-3. You're 12-9, 4-5 in league. County is 7-2. This will take County out of the league mix entirely to win it. Throws a slider and strikes him out. Good pitch. But the damage is done with the score 5-5. East adds 3 runs on 3 hits. 3 runs, 5 hits. I apologize. 1 error, 3 left on base. So after 6 1/3 innings, East has the upset brewing. 8, Pueblo County 5. We'll be right back with the Hornets coming to the dish, trying to rally. You're listening to High School Baseball 2023 on SoCoTicket.com.
Proud to support area student athletes. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive in Pueblo.
Finish this game out. Throws another curve that didn't curve. So 3-2's the count. Definitely don't want to walk this guy, the leadoff hit batter. Base hit. No, caught by the right fielder. Great play by Pueblo East there. That was, oh, is that Rowe out in left or Rowe in right? Oh no, it's Salcido. That's a great play by Salcido. He got a great jump on that. Well, they're gonna have to bring out Casillas because he's out of pitches. That's what I was worried about. So Hankins lines out to right, 1 out. So Casillas ends with a great game. He gives up 5 runs on, what do you got, 7 hits he ended up giving up? I think he gave up 7 hits, I believe. So Casillas, the senior who's headed to CSU Pueblo, the righty, had a good game. His curveball and slider were working. All 5 runs, 4 hits. I think he had 5 strikeouts. Double check that. I just want to get this. Oh, 10 strikeouts. 3 walks. 3 walks and 2 hit by pitches. And 113 pitches. So they let you finish the inning or they let you finish the batter once you get to the amount of 110. So David Cisneros is coming in. Can he finish it? See if we can get a line on Cisneros. Let's see what we got here. See if I can. I've got 100 things going on here. See if I can get a line on Cisneros' pitch. See if I can get the pitching for. Yeah, here's Cisneros. And he's a freshman. Freshman, this is his 7th appearance. They don't have any stats on him. He's got a 7 ERA. So they're calling on a freshman for a big moment here. That pitch is a ball. So up to bat is the second hitter for the Hornets in the lineup. That's Higginbotham. I believe he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So if any guy's glad to see that Casillas left, it's him. Higginbotham had the sombrero on him. So 1-1 is the pit. 1-1 is the count. Can Cisneros, the freshman, help East dig out of this 7th inning and get the upset? Another curveball. That's a little high. 2-1. He's trying to finish this for the Eagles. This will be a big upset for the Eagles. It was 5-5 after the craziness. East led at 1.40. It was 4-2, then 5-5. That's a nubber in no man's land. Cisneros is going to get it. Oh, he's safe at first. A good play by Cisneros. Just in no man's land. Higginbotham gets the infield single. So he's at first. That's only the 5th hit of the game for the Hornets. So Colton Simpson, the catcher, is going to come up. He's going to try to rally the Hornets here. They're down 8-5, bottom of the 7th inning. Trying to move some outfielders around. Great time to get a double play. You win the game. See what Cisneros, the freshman righty, can do. This is his 7th appearance of the season. Quick throw by Ortega, the catcher. Jeremiah Ortega. I don't know if I'm throwing that just yet, unless you think you have him, because you don't want to throw it away and the guy gets on third. Yeah, that's right down Main Street right there. I'm surprised Simpson wasn't swinging away at that. 1-1's the count. I get you're taking pitches, but I mean, this guy's a different pitcher than Casillas. Casillas had his slider and curveball working all day long. Quick throw over to first. He's back. County's had one guy picked off at first today, and had a guy picked off a second too, I believe. Or no, that was East. I apologize. 8-5's the score. Bottom of the 7th inning. 1 out. Mike Casillas, the pitcher, had a great game. He pitches 6 1/3 innings, 5 runs, 4 hits, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 hit by pitches. He throws 113 pitches. He's their workhorse. He tries to get the win here for him. Ken Cisneros closed the door. Cisneros is throwing that. It's almost like a lazy slider. He doesn't want to walk Simpson here. It's 3-1. Let your infielders try to take care of business for you. You get a walk here, you got problems. Yeah, Simpson swings right through that. Then this has got to be your best pitch here. Whatever Cisneros thinks his best pitch is, because that run's not going to hurt you. Don't worry about the guy on first. It's this guy at the plate you need to take care of, because you don't want to get it first and second. They must have been playing some video game of how many pickoffs we can do in a game. They've had like 14 pickoffs at first base. Jeez, 27 pickoff attempts. Oh, and he walked him. Wow. Man, that'll give a coach gray hairs. That was, and I'm not going to sit here and judge the umpire by name or anything, but, man, I'm just saying this as a broadcaster looking at that pitch. It's too close to look at with 2 strikes. It could have been a ball. I'm not arguing that, but to let him walk on that was, make your teeth cringe. So now there's 1 out, and Simpson drew the walk. So we got runners at first and second. So now you got it. Oh, and he hits him. They're saying foul ball. Vell's saying it hit him. I thought you couldn't let a pitch hit you like that in baseball anymore. Like, I thought you couldn't lean into something. Because if you lean into it, it's supposed to be a strike. Yeah, that looked like a deliberate stick my arm out in front of the plate and let it hit me. I mean, I don't know. Now, there's no way. Oh, gosh. While the umpires confer, we'd like to take Spectrum Community Service, Ted Hernandez, for the streaming and score summary sponsor, Topper Factory and RV Center. The umpires have a quick meeting. They're going to call it a strike. And I think they should, and I have nothing against Braxton Vell, but it looked like to me he just leaned his arm over. Yeah, they did call it a strike. I mean, Derek Jeter did that several years ago in the World Series. I mean, it's not unprecedented. They don't even let softball players anymore, like, unless it hits you in the back, it's only hit by pitch. Like, if it hits you in your front arm, if you're a righty, it's a strike, like, because they always get you for leaning. So, big change of momentum here. Vell thought he got hit. They call it a strike because he leaned into it, the lefty. Got a chance to get some runs here. Hits a liner right back to, hits the ump. Oh, my gosh. The ump's not paying attention and lets it hit him. That's on that ump. That ump's got to get out of the way. Oh, my gosh. Bases are loaded now with 1 out. Vell, I guess you call that a single. Dead ball. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's a killer because that's a double play. That's the game. That's probably the game. It's probably like the ump wasn't paying attention. Like, and I don't know who the ump is. He wasn't paying attention. He should have moved to the left, and he would get out of the way. He jumped right into it. All he had to do is jump to the left, and it gets through him. I mean, it might have interfered with the shortstop. What the shortstop should have done, and I don't know that he could have if he runs through the ump. If he runs through the ump, the batter's out. It's like running. Yeah, that ump, that's a crucial error. He should have jumped to the left. So bases loaded, 1 out. It's going to bring up Jonathan Gonzalez. Oh man. They're going to call now the ump's having words with the catcher. He's probably going to throw out. I thought the coach from East was going to get tossed here. I can't believe he's got his wits about him. Is that pitch, and once again, I'm not the guy umping, but I'm looking right at the plate. There's no way that's low. There's no way it's outside. The catcher's not doing, there's a strike there swinging. So it's 1-1, bases loaded. There's no outs. Or excuse me, there's 1 out. I apologize. That's how I got these bases messed up. So now there's 2 strikes. But the catcher, Ortega, I know he's mad, but when you start moving motion and showing your emotions, you're just making the ump mad, and the ump's not going to help you. I mean, let the coach handle that. Don't do it on yourself as the catcher. That pitch wasn't even close. So 2-2. This is the pitch of the game here. The fans are in disbelief because of that ump getting in the way, because it would have been a game-ending double play, or at least a second out. Oh, that catcher, that catcher can't do that. And I'm trying to defend the ump here a little bit. The catcher's pulling stuff in. That pitch is out. I mean, I've seen that pitch called for a strike. That's not a strike. So this is the biggest pitch of the game. 3-2, bases loaded. East 8, Pueblo County 5, and he walks him. So now it's going to be 8-6. So that's going to bring in Higginbotham. Simpson is going to third. Vale's going to go to second, and Gonzalez is going to go to first. Well, yeah, the play that was bad is the ump wasn't paying attention. Like, he should have jumped to the left. Like, he jumped right into it, and it wasn't hit hard enough to get hit. It's one thing if you get hit by a screaming liner and you can't get out of the way. He had time to get out of the way. He just wasn't paying attention. I mean, that's my take on it. And, I mean, if I was that guy, I'd want someone to feel the same way about me. He just wasn't paying attention enough because the ball wasn't hit hard enough. It was hit off the hands. So now it's 8-6. County's trying to rally here late. We're going to bring in another relief pitcher. They're going to take out Cisneros. Looks like they're going to bring in, is this number 8? Number 2, Matt Casillas. So Casillas is going to try to finish this. What a crazy game. I don't know what's going on here. It's just bizarre. But it seems to always be this way when the last inning comes and teams are close. There's 1 out. Bases are loaded. Pueblo County's trying to rally. They're down 8-6. They're going to bring up, is this Glenn? Yeah, so Glenn has a chance to redeem himself. Colton Glenn. Man, what a game. It's a weird game. East led 4-0 at one point. It became 4-2. Then it was 5-2. Then I inadvertently said it was 6-2. And they got a Salcido for tagging up early, so they voided that run. County tied it with 3 runs in the 6th, thanks to a big crucial error by Chris Salas, the second baseman, that allowed 2 runs to score. So they tied at 5, but East rallied again and saved the day, or rallied for themselves to make it 8-5. They get 3 runs last inning on 5 hits, and they were in it to win it. And then all of a sudden, they got all kinds of trouble here, mainly because Mike Casillas, their starting pitcher, who threw a brilliant game, he ran out of pitches. He threw 113 pitches. He finished his last batter. He only gave up 5 runs, 4 hits, and he had 10 Ks. He ran out of pitches. They brought in the freshman Cisneros with 1 out. He's had trouble. He had trouble with walks. Now they're bringing in Matt Casillas. Ball 1 here to Glenn. So this is the batter of the game to speak right now. Glenn gets a base hit. It's tied. There's only 1 out. Throws a fastball there. That was a strike. Yeah, now they're going to go talk to him. I don't know if that, I think he meant to throw something else because the catcher looked confused, but it was a strike. I don't know if you got enough courage if you're County. You drop a bunt down first baseline, you score at least one run. But no one bunts anymore. It's been a crazy game for sure. If you just joined us, it's 8-6. Pueblo East is trying to pull off the upset. Pueblo County is trying to survive and win this game. They're 18-3. Pueblo East is 12-9. You're joining us on SoCoTicket.com. I'm Tracy Rank. Chelsea Lynn has the board. Appreciate JJ Valentine giving me this opportunity. That's a base hit. That's going to be in the gap. That's going to score 2 runs at least. So we got 2. We're going to get runners at second and third, and it's 8-8. Man, Glenn just delivered a base hit in the gap. Base hit in the gap makes it 8-8. 2 RBIs. I had to get a sip of water there. I'm getting dry in the throat. This innings got crazy. It was 8-5, and then the wheels came off. It was 8-5, no one on base, 1 out. And Mike Casillas had to get pulled because he'd met his pitch count. And then the wheels have fallen off. It's 8-8, base hit in the gap. Give Clint credit. He just saw a fastball. And honestly, Matt Casillas, who came in, he had to give him something to hit or he's going to walk in a run. He throws it down Main Street. They hit it in the gap. Scores 2 runs. So now they intentionally walked Dax Davis, the senior, who was pitching at one point. He came in. The County's had 3 pitchers. So East, the reason I'm upset is the umpire, and I hate blaming umps, but that one pitch that he got in the way of on Vell was a game-ending double play. And the ump jumped right at the ball. And the shortstop was coming in to field it. It would have been at least 2 outs. I don't know if he gets the double play, but it would have been 2 outs. It would have changed the complexion of the game. Unfortunately, it happened. Now County's got a chance to win here, 8-8, 1 out. Pagetti's the guy up, and Pagetti's the guy that he's caused all kinds of problems. He got an RBI single last inning to made it 5-5. Ended up scoring 2 runs because I think they had an error on the play as well. I don't know if I would have walked Davis to face Pagetti because Pagetti's kind of been lasered in today. East coaches just got to be beside themselves. My gosh, I can't believe they haven't got one of them. I probably would have got tossed just out of principle. But I get too competitive sometimes. But there's a ball there. And the problem that Casillas is having, Matt, is he's almost got I don't know that he's got an overbearing fastball, but he's got to throw strikes. He's got a great curveball there, makes it 1-1. He's just got to throw strikes because the bases are loaded. Right now, if you walk anybody, the game's over. So you got a lot of things in play here. 1-1's the count. Pagetti's up the plate. Nearly hits him. Great dig by the catcher, Ortega. I thought that hit him. It's been an eventful inning, to say the least, and all of it started with Braxton Vell, honestly, because Braxton Vell thought he got hit, which would have saved the Eagles. Instead, he gets on base. Oh, that's way outside. So now it's 3-1. So what do? You have to throw it down the plate. If you don't throw a strike, the game's over. East's coaching staff might blow the top off that dugout. 3-1's the pitch. Pagetti's bases loaded. Frickin' that's the game. It's going to be an inning fly ball. It hits it to deep center field, and it's over. So it would be multiple runs. It's going to be 9-8. County gets the win. Pagetti gets the game-ending single. He rips it to center field. Even if the center fielder would have caught it, it would have tagged up and scored the winning run. What a game. Colin Pagetti, the DH, I apologize, 22. Pueblo County 9. I just can't believe it. Colin Pagetti, the junior lefty, hits a deep ball to center field, goes over the center fielder's head, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it was 8-8, and they would have tagged up and scored. Base hit, however you want to say it, game inning, game over. 9-8, Pueblo County gets the win. Wow, that was a circus. Put a 10 on that circus in that last inning. It was 8-5 going in the last inning with 1 out and nobody on, and East loses 9-8. Man, Pueblo County improves to 19-3 and 8-2 in league. East is now 13-9 and 4-6 in league. And East has just got to be, that's a bitter pill. That's a bitter pill. The Eagles played great. They had some great base running. They were hurt by 1 error. And honestly, Pueblo County kept East in the game. They had 4 errors that led to all 7 of the 8 runs by the Eagles. Just a tough game all the way around. County finishes senior day with a huge win, 9-8. We'll probably call this good so we can get out and do some interviews. I know we got a couple other things planned. So I appreciate you for joining us. Final score, Pueblo County 9, East 8. County rallies for 4 in the bottom of the 7th for the South Central League win. Thanks for joining us so much here on SoCoTicket.com. I'm Tracy Rink signing off.
This has been a sports presentation from SoCoTicket.com. The team that covers your team: Chelsea Lynn, Tracy Rink, Tony Wright, and JJ Valentine.
That one's got a chance to go, and it's gone. Kiss it goodbye. Well, up there by Newton, the second for 1 down to first. In-time double play. From way downtown, switch. That's the follow again at the buzzer. The Cats get the win. Are you kidding me? Aragon to trigger it in. Looking for help into Austin. Terrence for a 3. Counts if it goes. Good. Gets it to the back line and good. Senior defensive specialist floats it short for that one an A.
We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and invite you to join us again next time. Until then, have fun, be safe, and thanks for watching through our eyes. SoCoTicket.com, your ticket to high school sports and more in Southern Colorado.